Kevin. Oh no, Dabeek.
It's
Hey,
me.
Brent.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Jello.
Hi.
Craving some D&D.
Obsessed
Yes.
with Minecraft.
We. Oh.
Oh, hello. Is it better?
No, yeah, I can hear you.
So far?
Well, I can hear you
Yes.
fine.
It's
Well,
better now.
Okay, well, let's hope it keeps that way. I might just pop over to bed. It's on and off annoyingly at this point. I might just pop by Best Buy or something tomorrow, because goddamn.
Yeah, get one of those repeaters or like amplifiers, whatever you call them.
I might get like an actual external mic, honestly. I can set it up, so it'd probably make the whole thing easier than the headset thing I got going right now.
True. All right. We almost have a full house. Let's see here. Did this disconnect?
Now.
No, I'm live. Okay, cool. All right. Roll that up a bit. Move that over here. And then I gotta give my camera feed. Booyah. What's that? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Hello, world. We're back
Hello.
with another one. Yes. Another dive into Drakkenheim.
Another night of fun, adventure, and terror.
Yes. All of the things mixed together in a lovely stew. Did you make it back safely, Dova?
Yeah, my flight was about an hour delayed, so I got home around 9 o'clock last night.
Mm.
That's what I was telling them. It was a 55-hour week, so.
Gee, well, cha-ching! That's what we'll say about that.
Uh-huh.
Well, cool. That's great. It's good to hear. All right. Well, you guys ready to do it?
Yeah.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yep.
I can't hear you.
Hi, Captain.
Oh. All right. Well.
Something.
Oh, that's not how it goes. You got to get the jingle
I
right.
don't know. I never watched
Who lives in a
it,
pineapple
so-
under the sea?
Yeah. I could literally feel my brain cells rotting watching just 10 minutes of it, so I never watched it.
That's
Oh no, you're my
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Look, yeah. SpongeBob SquarePants was a little bit ahead of my time, but my younger brother watched it, and I couldn't stand it either for the same reason. It was just like too much like SpongeBob's voice
Yeah,
just.
it's just a lot of noise, and your brain cells just melt and fall out of your ears.
As someone who's unfortunately actually watched that content that's just noise, I think you're looking a little shallowly at this. Got to get under the ocean to that deep end.
I'm good.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, hey, my generation had our stupid cartoons like Ren and Stimpy. I love that.
Oh my, that was some actual like 90s brain rot there. Holy crap, Ren and Stimpy.
But it had its moments of where it was like doing some, pretty sharp commentary on certain things. But yeah, but Ren and Stimpy was nuts.
Well, start singing the log song.
Oh, don't get me started. It's long, it's big, it's heavy, it's good.
Oh my goodness.
I'll just say this, Koo. If you thought SpongeBob was noise, then you were not ready for Ren and Stimpy.
There was one that I heard. What is it? Futurama?
Oh, that's
one?
yeah.
I didn't watch that one either.
Oh, that's a great show though.
It's a pretty good show.
That show is so fun. But a quick story about Ren and Stimpy. So one day, it was on it was like Friday or maybe like a Saturday or something, and I was a kid, and I was up, getting ready to watch my morning cartoons, and my mother stomped into the living room, and she was like, "What is on the TV?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it wasn't Ren and Stimpy," but she goes, "Miss Watson called me and told me that you were singing what was the other Ren and Stimpy song? It wasn't the log song. It was
There's Happy Happy Joy Joy.
Yes,
Oh, was
happy
it
happy joy joy. Like I was going off the chain, like disrupting the class singing that. And my mother was like, "You cannot watch that cartoon ever again." And she banned me from watching Ren and Stimpy after that. I couldn't watch it anymore. I was so upset. And but yeah. But I snuck it in here or there, go over my cousin's place. So what Ren and Stimpy's up to. But hey, they've come out with some fake later episodes. I don't know where it's like there's a lot of sexual innuendo and stuff going on. I don't know if you guys.
Because there was a revival on the Spike network.
Yeah, that wasn't the
yeah.
original though. Like, I remember seeing, I was like, what? I don't remember any of this. But those are funny too. Okay, all right. Well, let's do it. Back into Drakkenheim we go here this evening. Who wants to fish for some inspiration for a recap on last time's events? Once again, some impactful things happen, but not too many things happened. Who wants to give it a shot?
Not it.
I'll give it a shot. I'll do it. I said I would do it this week.
All right.
All right.
Unless somebody else really was wanting
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. So we were corrected that it was the 24th of Springtide when we woke up, even though at the end we have no freaking idea how long it is, because as we were kind of leaving, Takran and Torin had a cute little moment, not giving up, you and me, and heads, foreheads to each other, super duper cute. And then we know that Takran's going to be at the Watchtower for in a couple days from there, and heard a little bit more about how the Queen's Men own the East, and it takes longer to get out there if we were going to use our flare gun, so we kind of got like some parameters for our flare gun there. Jacob kind of came and tried to do the old recruitment, and it kind of fell on deaf ears, unfortunately. Poor dude, he's just a guy, he's just, the gatekeeper, he just has a very important job and wants more help. So Highlash came out, and her and Loey had a little conversation, trying to feel each other out, I believe, is the vibe I got from that. And then we were like, all right, we got out of there, and we're like, we got to figure out where we're going. And we started checking people with the trees, and we decided we were just going to hoof it up to Eckerman Mill to meet with the headhunters. Since we apparently need to be good on our word. Alice doesn't agree, but I totally get it. And so as we were going, all of a sudden this rippling, shimmering wall of something appeared in front of us, and it was definitely arcane in nature, and we were like, okay, fine, we're just gonna go around it. And then we kept going further into the hills. I can't remember what they're called. I don't know. It starts with the
Carn Hills.
And into the... Yeah, I wasn't that far off. And we were like, it's getting closer, and it continues on and on and on and on. And so finally, we sent Ellie in as tribute, and she went in and was doing good, and then turned around, looked confused, and thankfully she's a familiar, so we can eventually get her back, but she's not here with us at this moment, and it was very sad. So we've decided to daisy chain it, hold hands, kind of cluster around our paladin to take advantage of that sweet, sweet aura, and walked in, all making saves, except it just felt weird because there was also a moment where Torin recognized a very familiar looking comet go by, because we could see the sun and the moon and the stars, and it was just a whole time warp. It was great. And then Alice failed her thing, because I like pressing the red button as a player, and was complaining and whining about how it was taking days and days and days, and Party's like, what's wrong? But we gotta keep going. Finally did. We finally came out of the time warp. Yes, I know. That was all that was playing through my head last session. And we get to Eckerman Mill, and it's deserted. Nobody's there. This big old direwolf dog comes running at us, and we realize that it's not just a direwolf dog, it's dog, the dog. And he definitely wanted our attention, pulled a Lassie with the Timmy stuck in the well situation, and
Yes.
rucked us over. So we get there, and the whole place is covered in webs. But it's not normal webs, especially once we got a closer look. They kind of have mirrors, and you can see different places, and everything's covered, and we were able to kind of felt this like buzzing sound, kind of like we had before, and we found the bugbear, Baz. And he is not all there. Something has definitely happened mentally, but we don't really got too much at our disposal to figure out what's going on, because we are also like, what day is it? We don't know. We don't even know what's going on. It's great. And they're like, oh, it's webs. We'll just blow it up. And then Loey's like, yeah, what happens if I cut the webs? And then Loey cuts the webs, and bam, 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 bam. We get phase fighters. We get that 2024 phase fighters hurt, FYI, by the way. And they did the most damage, but Torn came up in second with 108 in that fight. I'm just saying. And then after that, we realized, hey, we need to go figure out what that blinking blue light is. And we ended with us standing in front of the big entryway with the plan to see if we can get more spiders, if we need to blow some shit up, and just try to see what we're here. We might as well see what's going on.
Yes.
I think I got it.
That was perfect. Thank you so much. Inspiration goes to you, Alice, aka Dice. And the only thing is that you guys just lobbed a dynamite stick into this webbing. And that's where we're starting with.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll take it off my sheet then, because I hadn't done that yet.
All right. So with that, let's go to College Gate. Let's get some ambience here. I think we are going with this one, the good old one. All right. And okay, we're good to go. Now, luckily tonight you guys have a backup tank here, so let's see what happens. All right.
Because our primary tank is absent.
Yes. All right. So, last time we stopped, Alice lit the dynamite stick. You can hear it fizzling and hissing in the air. And you throw it into this kind of large radial funnel web sphere before you. And, you know, the silence is just suddenly interrupted by this massive, just concussive force, and mats up this giant web, gets thrown in all directions, and then, you know, look around. It's a clear day, albeit that you know, thin film of haze that's everywhere seems to be coming back after that storm. And, you know, you look back towards the gates, and you see in its wake of that blast is this massive white void that seems to emanate no light. It's almost like looking into another place. Like you can step across the threshold into the area. But all of you guys' ears are battered by this high-pitch noise that's just radiating out of this hole. It's like a sharp stabbing pain deep into your ears. And I need everybody here to roll me a Constitution save.
Do we still get Claw's aura, or is she not here at all?
Nah, she's not here.
Okay.
She wandered off somewhere. Or maybe she was never here at all, and she's really a figment of your imagination, you know? That'd be weird. But okay.
Oh my god, don't say that.
A 6, a 10, a 13, and an 11, and a 13 doesn't do it. Everyone besides Kaput and Batty here, this pain in your ears and ringing lingers, and the sounds of the world around you become extremely muffled. You're deafened. After a little pulse of static energy, and those of you who are affected by this, it just, I don't know if you ever had like an earache or a pain, it just takes all of your attention for like a few seconds for you to go ahead and adjust. Then after that, you look back towards the gates, and you see the void rapidly closes and vanishes. And now there's just this gaping hole here, leading into the shadows of College Gate. And where did you throw that, Alice?
Wherever Loey told me to throw it.
Like,
Okay,
Yeah.
well, where did Loey?
Yeah,
Then-
sorry. Yeah.
because I'm assuming this huge web here, like you couldn't walk even up to the gate without walking through that.
True.
So as far, and since the explosion radius, I think is what, like 10 feet dice or 20 feet?
It's a 5-foot sphere. It's, let's see here.
I would have thrown it into like the middle as much as possible, like where the gates were. That would have been my end goal of what I
Yeah.
would have been trying
like up,
to do.
like up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like right there. Like, oh, I don't know if, can you guys see me? Yeah, you can see my, no, you can't see my pings because I'm on a whole
I
different
can't see.
area.
No.
Like right there.
Yeah, that's about.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, with that, you can see a little bit deeper into our gate here. Although there's still significant webs like covering the interior or beyond the gate itself. Like I said, it's daytime here, so you have some good visibility besides a little bit of overcast and dimness from just the general haze. And even though, I mean, I can't take this web off the map, but, you know, we're going to go ahead and just say that, here, somebody can draw me a circle. Somebody draw me a circle real quick.
You got it.
Like a 5-foot radius circle. Right in the center of where the gate is, like right in the middle of the gate area. A little bit forward. I mean, a little bit south on the map is what I mean. There, right there. Perfect. Okay. Just hold that.
Sorry, Brad.
The teamwork makes the dream work, you know? There we go.
I'm a visual person, so I literally need you to point it out. So that's why I was like,
Hold on one second. And I'll put that on the map later. All right, so, like, this path here, that red rectangle is pretty clear of, like, webbing. Bash just groans. He just looks around, kind of absent-minded.
Tino's holding his hand.
Alice.
He just looks at you.
Like if he, I'm like if he tries to go forward, she won't let him. Is what
Okay.
I mean.
Got it.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I mean, he doesn't resist or
Yeah.
anything. He just has this bewildered look on his face.
She'll pet his hand. Like, it's okay, it's okay.
Nothing's okay until I find the Lord of the Feast.
We will
What?
find him.
Aren't we deaf?
Yeah, you look at some of your other compatriots. I mean, everybody just kind of. I mean, you know, there's something wrong with your ears. It's not like a magical. Well, as far as you know, it's not like a magical kind of
Oh.
deafness per se. But yeah, those of you who are deaf.
I forgot I'm deaf. I don't respond to him.
Yeah. But it's like anything. Like, imagine your ears are extremely clogged and they hurt really bad. You can hear like muffles of sounds, but you know, like your hearing's jacked up.
Guess the kaput's gonna look at Alice and Louie. Now what? And if they don't respond, so the ones that did succeed, did we feel
Oh yeah.
something?
Yeah,
Okay.
you felt it. You just have better constitution than others, at least in this moment.
Sounds good. Then give me a moment. Does I have something for this? I'm going to use my psionic mind and speak to Alice, and then successfully Louie, telepathically. Go. Okay, now what?
You guys hear kaput in your brain.
Alice was turning to Louie and had like tapped him on the shoulder and was like was getting ready to sign like, "Are your ears hurting too?" Since she knows common sign language, and then she'll kind of like startle, and then sign. Did you hear that too? To Louie.
Louis signs back. What are you talking about? We should be watching the gate.
I thought Kaput said he said it to you too.
Kaput said something, and then he hears Kaput speak in his mind. He's like, "What the hell?" He signs to you, and then I guess Louis looks over past you, Alice, at Kaput.
Well, he says to Louie.
Louis blinks and looks over at Alice, and signs he can just do that.
She shrugs.
Louis shrugs and says and thinks to Kaput. I don't know if this is how it works. This is weird. We're supposed to wait until they react and then jump on them so that way we're not caught in those webs, but they don't seem to be reacting. They might be hiding though. We'll have to summon somebody in. Probably all have to go.
Kolobati, you notice that dog back here is like he definitely looks irritated. He's like covering his snout and his ears, and he looks affected by whatever that sound. He's not happy right now.
I have something.
Is it? Was he affected by the original blast, or is it looking he's getting affected by something more now?
Not more. No, it looks like he's like pawing at his ears.
I'll go. Go pat him on the head.
Aw.
Where's Torin on
Brett?
here? Yes.
I'm all the way
The
over here for some
noise
reason.
is like
Oh.
the noise is like the noise, right? It's not like we're hearing it in our heads. Like it's like, how do I explain this? Like if I was screaming, it's like out in the open. So the noise is like out in the open, right? So like if I stuffed my ears, would that help me?
I'm sorry. Give me an explanation one more time. I was just dragging.
So like,
yeah, I'm listening. Sorry.
no, it's okay. So like the noise is like in here, like with us, right? It's not like something that's like mental or something that's like pointed at us. It's just in general, right? It's just noise.
Correct.
Here.
Yeah, almost
So-
like part of an explosion. When an explosion happens, you hear it everywhere. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's still going, or has it ended? And
It
we're
has.
still just.
Oh, good question. It has ended.
Okay.
It's ended. Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, it's.
Wait, if
well,
it's ended, then why is dog acting like that?
He's probably deaf.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
So kaput, not knowing who's affected, just gonna each person individually say, I guess be ready then, and he's gonna start 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, Chino says wait. She runs after you and she gives
Do
you.
you say it verbally or psychically?
I would
Well,
say
I don't think
psychically.
I don't think they can talk back to you.
No.
I'm
I
I'm
run
not
up to him
answering.
and
I'm
touch
not
him?
answering that question. I just need to know.
I
What
run up and touch him. I run up and I touch him and then I run back. Can I do that?
Yeah. I guess if Kaput for some reason wants to continue going, he could. But yeah, nothing's stopping you from running forward really quick and catching up to him. I assume you're on the ground now, Kaput.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's been at least a minute. So
Yeah.
they're gone. So, and kaput's gonna. Sorry. New setup. So it's taking me a minute.
Who does?
And he's gonna go touch. Well, he's gonna take the dodge action, but he's going to touch this web right here. If I can.
Yeah, there's some tendrils of that. It's like, flapping, a bit more freely now, considering the resistance has gone from the center. You touch it, the plants that that are, what did you call them? Cattails, with the long, kind of hot dog looking thing. You know how when you touch those, it kind of like explodes with a bit more fiber? It has almost that effect. When you touch these thick webs, they kind of puff out in a fiber that's kind of, it's a little bit sticky on your hands as you pull it away. But besides that, nothing happens.
Cool. And step up maybe 15 feet. Are these webs on the ground or are they?
Yeah, we're assuming these are
something suspended.
These are now all on the ground. There's kind of like a collapsed pathway that leads deeper into College Gate here. But
Okay.
I would say that path is directly in front here. All around the edges, the web still kind of sags and, hangs down.
Cool. If nothing happens with me coming over this way, then he's going to make it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Is it start moving west toward the light?
Yeah. You guys note that as Tinu moves forward and touches Kaput, Baz takes a few steps forward. And when he does, you see he goes rigid. And let's see here. You see he stops and blinks and grabs his forehead. You see he shakes his head. You see he looks around. He grabs his stomach. I'm hungry. But anyway, while that's going on, you look up and you see coming from the third story of this battlement to the west is this flickering blue light out of an arrow slit. Now, both of these towers are just draped in webs, but you see that 3 stories up. It looks to be on level with the tops of these walls here that run up to the battlements and in between the battlement, and then continuing on.
So the only way into the battlement is through this area right here.
So far as you can tell.
Cool. I'm going to start circling around. Tell me when to stop whenever.
Sure. You come up to this ground floor area, and you see that there is an arrow slit once again right here. And as you look inside, I mean, it's dark in here. There's nothing lit, but you can see remnants of fortifications, maybe old barrels, all of it under waves of web.
Cool. And then
You look to your east here. Through the gate, you can see there looks to be some rubble on the west wall of the gate passage. And it looks like maybe the walls collapsed in there. But as you move closer, you notice that this web here is all difficult terrain. It's like, like you walk, but as more of it kind of like explodes and accumulates, it has like a stickiness property to it.
that's fine. I'll be using, if need be, my hand axe to kind of cut some of it free, if need be.
Okay. You whip out the hand axe and you chop at it, and it helps a bit, but you don't get stuck or anything per se. You're cutting through, but it's still kind of difficult terrain to move through. But yeah, you come up against this wall and you see that 15-foot wide, open, shadowed passageway full of draping webs. You see that the gates themselves have collapsed onto the ground under the webbing, layers of it. It looks like this stuff has been sitting here for quite some time. You smell the air. It smells like the haze and stuff here. A bit damp, but that's about it.
All right. And that's 10 feet. That's 15. That's all difficult. Try to do it in turns, so 15 feet at a time.
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, it's as you go deeper in here, the webs are thicker, and it takes you quite a few axe swings and shaking off this web to continue moving. To the east, you see an arrow slit that oh, that's why, because let me go for our map here. Here we go. On Kaput's turn here, onto your west is an arrow slit, and inside there you can see more webs draped over dilapidated, ruined equipment. And further north, beyond these drapes of the web, you can see webbing everywhere across the streets that lead up to the gate. Blanketing all of these old brittle trees, and then more ruins further down, and some large objects way, way far in the distance outside of the interior gate here. Immediately to the left of you, though, to the west, you see that there is a large funnel web, and directly in the center of it, there looks to be a bundle. You see some of these other bundles and stuff hanging around here too, but they look saggy and like compressed. Some of them you can see like a skull hanging out of it, desiccated, just a layer of skin on top. But there looks to be a plump bundle immediately to your east here. All right, hold on a second. You figure out what you're going to do. Let's get back to some of our other folks here. You guys watch Kaput carefully stalk up, and then you can kind of still see him, but his form disappears, inside of the webbing for the most part. You can see the shadow of his body as he's looking around. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Louis starts making hand gestures to Alice and gestures towards the gate and looks for her response.
She'll nod.
All right. Louis will wave his hands to get the attention of the others because he figures they can't hear as well, and points towards the gate and starts walking towards it with Whisper out.
Okay, all of you move yourselves. Take 2 move actions, and if you want to do anything else, let me know. But take 2 general move actions to move yourselves where you want to be. So 60 feet. We're assuming you're not dashing. You're just trying to get there.
When I pull boss closer, does he go with me?
He pulls. No, actually, roll me in acrobatics or athletics.
Oh no. Come on, Tinu. Oh, 16. Yes.
You note he looks at your arm with like a glow in his eyes, and he opens his mouth to like bite it, but you yank your hand away.
Tinus, I'm deaf, so I didn't hear what he said, but I say to him, "What are you doing?" And I'll try to read his lips.
Kolabadi, you witnessed this. He's hungry. I'm gonna die if I don't eat.
I toss him a ration.
His head snaps in that direction. You see he grabs it. He doesn't even like take off the cheesecloth or anything on it. You see he just stuffs it in his mouth and begins chewing. You can see like noticeable relief on his face. He's like chewing it. He almost chokes trying to swallow it.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's Damien 2.0. uh, Does he look like he's gonna bite us anymore?
Roll me an insight.
Okay. Tinu's about to just leave him here. I can have my people leaving me. Oh no, 10?
He looks, to you, he looks pretty neutral at the moment considering he just ate something.
Okay, Tinu.
But he doesn't stare you down like a piece of meat anymore.
Okay. Tinu will grab his hand and tug him behind her, and she'll move. Oh.
For the first time, I'm gonna go ahead and give you control of him, but for the first time he asks, the headhunters, where's the rest of them? There.
We think they got caught up in the same spider effect that you were. If they're anything like spiders, they're probably dragged inside to wherever their nest is.
That's right. I told them to follow me. And then nothing was real. Nothing mattered. You see he like gets into a rabbit hole in his mind again, and he just mumbles to himself as he continues forward with you guys.
Okay.
I'll stick with Tinu and him just to keep an eye on both of them.
Yeah, I would. I don't think we would go that far. I think I would put him here.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's... Oh, I didn't put a marker where we started. I think that's 20, 30. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
And one of the things I will be doing is I'm going to pull out of my pack a torch, light it, and hand it to my poltergeist.
Okay, the unseen servant?
No, it's my telekinetic feats mage hand, essentially.
Huh, okay. A ghostly hand materializes and holds
It's
it.
completely invisible. It's just it's just the torch is just floating next to me.
Okay. I like it. I'm gonna place one right there. And I think I can give
Just
you
in case I
control
need to
of
use the flames from the torch to like widen the hole in the webs.
No problem. Say I'll make it red. Well, that's not a good color, is it? I will go ahead and make it green. There we go. You should have control of that thing. You can
Yep, I saw
have
it.
it wherever you want. Okay. Back to Kaput here. As you move cautiously forward, you have dark vision, right?
Mm-hmm. 60.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's not nighttime. It's just kind of shadowy in here. But to you, things light up quite well. Coming through ambient light coming through the wave-draped arrow slits here, and you hear Torin and Loey and Alice kind of carefully come up behind you. You turn your attention back to this lump here.
Yep.
In the center of this web.
How thick is? You said this web seems thicker than the rest.
All of it seems about the same kind of density at this moment.
Okay. And do I see a path to take these stairs that go up by chance?
With a good eye, you can see it looks to be a busted doorway here, and steps that lead out and downward. But yeah, the only thing is that everywhere inside of this battlement that you see is full of webs. The entire interior mechanically is difficult terrain.
So, Kaput's seeing light start shining from behind him. He's going to stow his hand axe, light a torch, and start burning away some of the webs as he walks.
Yeah,
trying to find a way to get up to that third floor, so I guess he would start 5, 10, 15. Yeah, just start burning the webs as he's guiding a path through.
Understood. All of you who can see Kaput doing this, and the web, it kindles pretty quickly and spreads, and but eventually it dies out under the thickness of it, and you see just burning a pathway to the northwest here. Let's just I guess start going in turn order here, but to keep this quick, I don't want to get bogged down with this. Just think about what you're going to do or what you want to do. I'm just going to start from Kaput down to Kolabadi here at this moment. Kolabadi, what are you doing?
Well, I'm moving with the group, and considering, like I said, these spiders are hot, I guess I'm looking for freshly cocooned bundles.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Not my best, but well, 18.
Outside here, you're pretty certain none of these small knots and stuff you see are fresh. Pretty certain on this exterior, there's nothing out here. Maybe at least worth exploring. Maybe you kick one open and you see bones and dust just falls out.
Yep. Probably inside closer to wherever their nest is.
Got it. Torin.
Right now, yeah, with my hearing shot and not entirely sure what's going on, I don't have much rapport, so I'll have my sword out and be trying to keep up with Kaput as he seems to have an idea of what's going on, but I'm just keeping my head on a swivel. So I guess I'll roll, if I can roll perception to see if I notice anything myself.
Sure, you would notice. Are you going to stay in your current position? You said you're following him. You can move yourself to.
Actually, I'll take a look. I'll step in this room and take a look around.
All right. So technically, this is an arrow slit. Now you can. Now wait. You can. It's pretty tall. You can squeeze through it, but it's another instance of difficult terrain to get through there.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
There's a bunch of webs,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot. So should I roll perception or?
Go ahead and first, just to emphasize, there's a bunch of webbing around this slit.
Okay.
Pushing through it would be difficult. You gonna continue?
Could I try to use my sword to cut through it from this side to make it a little easier before I try?
Yes, you can. You take your sword and you hack away at it for a second, and you're able to go ahead and move yourself. You guys see Torn like squeeze himself in this kind of broken off, a little bit wider arrow slit. Immediately to your left, or to the north of you, Torin, you see another web, funnel web, and sitting in the center of it looks to be a sizable bundle.
Okay. He's gonna before doing anything, he's gonna kind of reach his hand back through and kind of like point into the room that he's in for the people he assumes are still in the hall.
Okay.
And then he will try to use his sword and kind of cut his way to this bundle.
Gotcha. Now, same drill here. Inside of this battlement, everywhere is difficult terrain to go ahead and move. But you take out your sword, and the web density here is definitely a little bit more per se. I'm not going to say that it's too much different, but you begin hacking your way towards this bundle here. All right, Tinu.
I'm gonna pull. Okay, so I'm gonna move up. So I'm within 30 feet of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see Tor, so I'm just gonna keep moving. 15. Oh, 20 here, and I see him, so I stop right here. And seeing, do I see Torin cutting open the cocoon?
You saw him like stick his
Just
hand
going in?
out, and yeah, at this moment, it looks like he's approaching it. Yeah, and he begins cutting. Sure.
Okay, can I look around to see if there's any more around here with my amazing eyes?
Yeah, you can roll me a perception. When you say around here, where are you looking? Oh,
Just every I'm just gonna do like a circular scan like around to see if I see any more, because I can see here, I can see here, I can see down here.
yeah. Without a roll, you don't see
Oh,
anything.
I
Yes.
can roll for it. I'll roll for it.
Okay.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have anything else to do. 21.
You're pretty certain. There doesn't seem to be any large bundles of webbing in this area here, or anything that definitively stands out.
Okay, she just stands here and holds this guy's hand and waits.
Okay. Alice.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna go around to go forward. And I saw Torin do his pointer finger thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kaput's kind of going off the other way. I'm gonna follow after Torin, but he's not any further than he is, right?
No, not at the
Or-
moment. It looks like he's approaching the web here. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm on a different layer again. But I mean, that's where he ended his
Okay.
turn. So yeah, he's.
And I can't get by him.
You can squeeze through. It's just
Okay.
Instead of 10 feet per square, it's 20 feet per square. So jumping through there is 20 feet.
Okay, no, that's fine. I mean, I can bonus action dash.
Okay.
Before she goes, she'll look over at Loey and hand signal to him that she's following Torin, and she'll get behind him. She'll get, yeah, because that would have been 20 feet. She
Excellent.
doesn't want him to be alone. So she would have had enough movement to get right here next to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with being able to dash and having 90 feet, I might as well. Yeah. Okay. All right. And she'll just have her swords out.
If I allow a free action, if Torin sees Alice come through, he would then kind of direct her attention to the central mass in the middle of this web that he was going towards.
This thing
Understood.
right here.
Yep. See him nod if you point at it.
Yeah, and she'll nod. And she has her swords out, and she's, obviously, like, I got your back kind of look.
Okay.
She'll sign it too, but I don't know if Torin understands it.
Loey.
All right, Loey seeing Alice head off to the west and knowing Torin went that direction. First thing, I never get to do this as Loey, so we'll see what this does, Brent. You'll run this how you want to run this. As a bonus action, dwarves in 2024 can activate Stone Cunning, which allows them to gain Tremor Sense out to 60 feet for 10 minutes. So So he's going to focus on the stone under his feet, and he's going to say a few words of old god power, and the natural world begins telling Loey things about what's really around him. I will post it in chat if you want.
Yeah.
Hold on. There we go. And I will use one of those charges. They changed it from history checks. It's cool, man. I like it.
Yeah, you bend down and put your hand on the stone and say those rituals that you maybe learned from your father, and you stand back up and you focus more in on the surroundings and the terrain than maybe what's around you per se, and not being able to hear, gives you a little bit more focus. You don't feel any tremors here at this moment.
Do I sense more people here than my party? Because I know exactly what squares each of them are in. Do I sense any other creatures that are touching the ground?
No.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna follow Kaput. I don't know if this is how Kaput's thing works, but Loey tries to think to Kaput, you want me to cut it open? And I'm assuming, Kaput, you don't respond, because that's not how your psionic stuff works.
No reply.
Alright, perfect. A little confused. Loey will come over to this web, and he's going to switch from Whispered Talent and start hacking away at the web to get to the coon with Kaput.
Got it. Torin and Loey, both of you, when I wrap back around again, you'll probably be done with that, as in, I'm assuming you're not like hard as you can on the center of the bundle, cleave into it. But yeah, you're a little bit surgical, trying to cutting away and revealing what is in this bundle. And let's go ahead and take a 5-minute really quick. I got to go ahead and get something at the front door, and we'll be right back. And you can think about what you're going to do next here. So just give me 5.
All right.
Ducky.
Sure. These are the headhunters, right? We can all agree to that, probably.
Maybe.
There is a distinct possibility, yes. Or perhaps some hooded layers that went missing. There's a number of people, actually, this could be.
Ooh, guys, I like that thought. There are actually zombies inside of us that the spiders caught and started eating.
That would be in taste for this place.
Maybe
I just know that I need to get away. I just need to get away from the gates here, because I'm hate being alone at the edge of the party, because that always means I'm going to get yanked away.
Yeah, like last. Yeah,
like all the other times this has happened.
If we weren't deaf, Chloe would.
The problem with being the spellcaster in the back, you are a prime target by being in the back.
Well, I try to be the spellcaster in the middle. The problem is we're down the tank.
Yep.
So our other you is in front instead of being in the back with me.
It'll be fine. Nothing that's gonna happen.
Tank, and our guest starring tank is also at the front.
I needed to be in range to Twilight everybody, and I'm holding his hand, so I pulled him with me.
You're doing beautiful. Keep it up.
I'm not worried about the Twilight Sanctuary, because I've still got my level 5 essentially my boons for switching over to 2024. So I got more temporary hit points than you can provide me.
All right, I am back. So,
I meant for moving the tank up.
Alrighty. Now, is Kaput here, or is he still away? If it's so, that's fine. Just wait a second.
I'm still here.
Okay. Starting with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just move yourself, difficult terrain, in the direction that you want to go. But now that you're inside of this place and you take a look around, it smells dingy, dirty, and you just see an abundance. I mean, this map doesn't do it justice, but there's just layers of webs over everything. Even on the ground, as you move forward, you uncover what looks to be almost like just a dried out husk of a spider, like an exoskeleton of such, or maybe one of these things have shedded at some point. Barrels are everywhere. You pass an old fireplace that also is covered in web. And then as you get closer, move yourself to where you're going to be.
That's good. I'm still using the torch to kind of clear a path as I'm walking, as well as if you'll let me continuously taking the dodge action, just staying on high alert.
Sure. You walk forward. There's old, decrepit torch sconces here on the walls. There's nothing but tatters in them. Immediately here around the central pillar of the battlement, you see that there's an old wooden door that's shut. Then, of course, there's a doorway where the door's missing, and you see some steps outside that lead down.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. Is there a roof, a ceiling above me, or does it just go straight up?
Yeah, it looks like the ceiling is about maybe 15 to 20 feet high.
Okay, so getting a glance that the stairs out there might go down, I know it's difficult terrain, so I've moved my 15 feet, but I'm gonna start making my way toward the door to see if it unlocks and if it goes up.
Got it. You push past the webs and reveal this door. You see it looks like there's a bar. Maybe somebody could set in there, but it's not there now. Old rusty handle. It looks like you can open it. And I'm going to give you this, I'll give you this 5-foot square here, if you want. If not, that's fine.
Sure. Yeah.
And you see, if you were to move another square, you'll see a circular flight of old stone steps that go up.
Cool. Then I will, on my next turn, I'll start making my way up, depending on if I hear anything go on behind me.
Understood. Kolabati.
I'm going to move up with the group here. Move the torch up as well. And guess I'm like keeping an eye on Loey and through the arrow slit at Torrin and Alice. So I'll move to there and move the torch there. And as a bonus action, I'm going to reach through the arrow slit and touch Torrin. And Torrin feels like something walks over his grave as I start using his eyes.
Yeah, very creepily. You feel some force inside of you or enveloping you, Torrin, and a presence there. Okay. Anything else, Kolabati?
That's movement. My action was to move the torch up, and my bonus action was to gaze of two minds, Torrin. So that's me.
Understood. And should have sorted this, but I'm gonna give Torrin a turn here real quick. What are you doing?
So it's back around to me. So I imagine I'm in this and having gotten to the mass.
Yes. You cut it open and it bursts open with these fibers, or no.
Well, first I would try to see, like, use the bit of the sword to give it a little pressure, see if it's solid or if it just completely gives way.
It has some resistance to it. If you poke the tip of your blade, it you see like that this foam of a webbing pop out these fibers. Okay. It's not completely solid, but yeah, it's squishy.
I will. All right, I'm gonna try and cut up. I will try. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna try and cut open and see exactly what this is. If it's a I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm assuming it's probably a victim, but I'm gonna see if how much of it's left.
Sure. Maybe you do a cursory glance at Alice, and then you dig your blade into it, and more of these fibers pop out. And you scoop it away with the edge of your sword. And inside, you reveal what looks to be a backpack at first, then some armament, then like the torso of someone. And as you carve open and then move the rest of the webbing out of the way, you see what looks to be a sunken in, desiccated, rotting body. Pale, greasy skin that's green and black with necrosis. Its chest is caved in. It doesn't look like anybody you know. They look to be a human. Eyes are open in shock and in horror as you see this body in this cocoon.
Yeah, and feels a little. This is Drakkenheim, so kind of search through the body, probably their backpack, see if there's anything left that's worth anything.
Okay.
Do I find anything?
Oh yeah, just give me 1 second.
Give
Roll me a
him the loot,
D100.
Brent.
Huh?
Find
I was saying, give him the loot. Damn it!
I'm trying.
You find a small halfling with a tiny gold ring on his finger.
Dun dun dun.
Well, I certainly hope that Shelob is not in here. We're not legendary characters.
Okay.
I rolled a 24.
Got it. Noted. I'll get back to you on that. Because meanwhile,
I know.
Meanwhile,
Kaput and Loey, as you're hacking away at these webs, Loey, and
Yeah.
Kaput, you are peering through this old doorway.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a high-pitched noise and feel a static energy. You
I hear it.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, it hurts. It hurts. You know, it is not crystal clear. It's still kind of muffled and stuff. But the energy from that noise, you feel it. You feel it.
Ooh.
Behind you, you see fade into existence a massive white and blue spider. With fangs, globular eyes that pulses with a white light on the top of its head. And with that, we're going into combat. All right, so this thing immediately acts. You see it reaches out one of its 8 pincer legs and like jabs at you with it.
I did take the dodge action.
Yes, you did.
That
I don't even
misses.
think that beats your AC anyway.
Nope.
But yeah, you quickly like spin around and its leg with force like embeds itself in the stone. It retracts its leg. Then it opens its mouth. And you see a glob of web shoot in your direction.
Yep.
You are restrained.
Woohoo. Just what I always wanted.
It then takes steps hovering over you and it tries to bite you. I'm pretty
Nope.
sure you bring up your armor and it gnaws into it, and that's what you see it does. Torrid, back in initiative order, the correct initiative order. You ruffle around in this bag and you find what looks to be a small shrine of a garden. It looks kind of like a fireplace mantelpiece. And there's a bunch of nymphs and fairies around it, but it looks to be made of pure gold. And roll me 5d6.
So it's like a little diorama of like trees and
Yeah.
like butterflies and birds and nymphs and stuff.
Exactly.
When I want.
Good roll. It's worth 21 gold pieces. Note that in the loot channel. That's what you immediately discover. You doing anything else?
Do I hear the start of the struggle going on in the other room?
Probably not.
Okay,
No.
then I would not.
Unless there's the piercing noise of its entry into the room.
Yeah, I just.
No, you failed that Constitution.
Actually, yeah, no, I am deaf. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Only me and Kaput are the ones aware.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on, so I'm probably gonna take a step back and probably see if there's another of these on the other side of the room. So I think, so that's 10 to get out, 15, so like here. And
Got
then,
it.
Is this difficult terrain?
Everywhere down here is difficult terrain.
Oh wait, so that I would have had to dash to get there anyway. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the more you walk through it, the more of it gets stuck on you, and the harder it is to move. Obviously, there's a threshold to this. I'm not saying you're getting restrained or anything, but it's just hard to move through this stuff.
Oh yeah, no.
Anything else, Torrid?
It would have taken. Yeah, specifically because I'm going over here, I wouldn't have looked out the peephole, so and it would take, and difficult terrain would have had me dash to try to get to the other side. So I think that's my turn.
Understood. Tinu.
I am wonderfully oblivious.
Tinu, I'm
Yeah,
so
you see
sorry.
this thing.
Yeah, I see it. I'm so sorry, Carl. Real quick, Channel Divinity is my Twilight Sanctuary, right? So it would take the same charges, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a brain fart for a second. Okay, yeah. Action, Twilight Sanctuary, right away. There we go. And then, action, I do have, actually. That's a second level spell slot. Do I want to use? Yeah, I'm gonna, my bonus action, I'm gonna summon my spoon. Oh, oops. 11. Right. I'll drag it out. Where's my spoon? Right here. Is that's 20 feet. And then it's 11 to hit.
Yes, you summon, and your spoon goes to bop, and unfortunately, this thing, its chit and its body is like armor. It just planks off of it.
Okay. That's action. Bonus action. I'm gonna stay where I am. Can I free action tap Lottie? Because she's right next to me. And point.
Yep, she sees it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then that's my full turn.
Got it.
I'm gonna do. Oh wait. I'm kidding. I move a little bit more. I move like 5 feet up. So
So you do your aura?
Yeah.
Got it.
Action or bonus action spoon, movement 5 feet, and then free action if I have it. I tap body, but she sees it. Okay.
Got it.
That's my full turn.
Kaput, while this thing is hovering over you, you all of you see this once again, this shining beacon of light. You see the spider's head snap in that direction. But Alice, what are you doing?
Cool. Then, I definitely see that. I look over to Torin, and I'm guessing I see that Torin sees the light.
Yeah, at this moment he's about to look up over his shoulder. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. He's obviously gonna follow. I'm gonna go through. So it would be 10 to get here, and then another 20 to get through the boop-a-doop. Can I still say I get on one side of Kolobati?
Yes.
Okay, let's go in here. Oh, I can see a little bit of it. All right. And it's looking at Tinu.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. If you glance that direction, you can see it's looking in that direction.
All right, cool. That's cute. I'm gonna bonus action dash, so I can move and get in front of Tinu, and next to Loey, and I'm gonna hold an attack action if it comes within melee range of me.
Got it. Loey.
All right. Loey's eyes like widen as this thing suddenly pops out of existence. He sees kaput. He goes to yell, realizes he can't hear, and remembers that, oh right, we're still deaf. He looks over his shoulder and sees Alice coming and readying an attack. He thinks, is this difficult terrain, Brent, to move like this?
Yes. Well, I would say that kaput carved a little pathway through here. So let me just do this here.
Sure, I'll wait.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that pretty much anywhere in between these red lines is normal terrain.
Can I move through the creature's square since it's so big?
Yes, but it'll be another instance of difficult terrain, I'm gonna say.
Okay, so either I can move. Okay.
You could go around him, or you could try to squeeze under him.
Yeah, I'm going to try to squeeze under him, using the path that Kaput burned to get next to Kaput, and on this side, which with difficult terrain and my 40 feet of movement speed gets me just to there.
Got it. You bear crawl under this thing.
Hike up. I'll swing Talon around to point blank shot it. Bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Got it.
And let's fire off a couple rounds that I'm not even going to be able to hear, but that's fine.
Kaput will hear it just fine.
You know, this whole being deaf thing's pretty useful. 14 on the first shot.
14, you could see, like, sparks as it just bounces off of the hide of this creature.
Alright, I'll fire again. Oh, there we go. 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
You're gonna take 9 plus 5 is 14, and then half again because this is a scatter weapon, and you are 2 size categories larger than Loey, so you take the scatter die damage as well, which is 7. So that's 21 points of bludgeoning damage from this. Let me look. No, I can't. Shoot, that's fine.
Is this regular damage?
This is regular. This is non-magical bludgeoning damage.
Got it. It slams into it, but you can tell that this thing has some thick, chitinous armor on it. But it'll eat the 21, some of it at least, and continue on.
Oh, he looks a little more worried. He's like, shit. But that's, yeah, because you're huge, right?
Yes.
Okay,
This thing
well,
is huge.
I cannot activate that weapon mastery. That is my turn. I'm done.
Understood. Moving on. Kolobati.
Let's see.
Hear the shotgun blasting off.
Mm-hmm. Well, considering it's, guess I'm just gonna use launch some ghosts at it for now, so I see what else it might do. So first ghost, 18 to hit.
18 connects.
Okay, it'll take 7 force damage.
It slams into its body. Seems to react a bit to that.
And I'll come back around for another attack with a 20 for another 7 force damage.
Through the tendrils of web, slams into its body. It'll eat that too.
I think I'm going to maintain my position, so I think that'll be my turn.
Got it. Kaput.
Which way is its head facing? Is it facing toward me or Alice?
Well,
or...
it just got shot, so it swings its head back in you guys' direction.
Cool.
And then it got shot with some ghosts, but it's looking at you guys.
Sounds good. It's more for flavor anyway. So, Loey, you see a little split open up in Kaput's armor as necrotic energy spills out of its mouth. I need you to make a dexterity save, DC 14.
Dexterity, DC 14, coming up. 15.
It makes it, you will take half damage as he uses his breath weapon as part of his attack action.
Oh.
So 3.
So how does this look, though? It's like a billowing, like a force.
Sorry, force damage, yes. So he just opens out and you know what? I'm gonna make it like hazy colored. It's gonna be a purplish, like a bluish purple that just comes out and goes right at its face since it did its web kaput. So
Nice. Yeah, I imagine it has like, like almost like heat wave fluctuations to this thing also as it blasts into its body, making it rear up a little bit. But it comes back down onto its feet.
sounds good. And then as still part of that attack action, you take a swing attack with my my thunder gauntlets at disadvantage because I'm restrained. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes.
Nice roll. 12 points of thunder damage.
All of you hear this concussive force as you then punch it in its face, snapping its neck kind of to the side, but it looks back at you as it'll go ahead and eat the 12 thunder.
And that's all I can really do. Yep, that's all I can do.
Alright.
Well, she's given I have temporary hit points, so yeah, that's it at the moment.
Understood. This thing looks at you, and you see it will try to hit you with its leg while you're restrained. Dirty 20.
Yep, that'll hit.
You'll take 19 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing just
Damn.
slams into you and knocks you prone onto the ground.
Okay.
Then you see it looks at Loey. And 28, it spits web at you. The web just collides with your body and it puffs and expands and like kind of restrains you, Loey, as you are restrained. Then it turns back and looks at Kaput and tries to bite him. And you see these mandibles just grind onto your armor, and your armor
have
kind of like,
advantage.
oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Keeping it honest.
At least play fair.
I appreciate it.
That works.
But it still missed. As your armor lights up like a field of energy as its mandibles grind into your armor. But that's what it does. Meanwhile, bad news for Torin. Through the web, you see another one of these huge spiders. No, Baz is just standing there looking around dazed at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
It looks at you and tries to kick you, Torin.
No.
You dodge out of the way of one of its piercing legs. It then tries to spit a web at you.
Is that disadvantage because it's a melee?
Oh, hold on a second. Let me Yes, it is actually. And actually, let me back up with Loey. I want to be fair here with something. Oh, he recharged the web anyway. Okay. I'm about to say, like, oh shit. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Loey, you got to recharge, and for that web spit, that way he was within melee. I'll give him another roll for that web spit at disadvantage. These guys are pretty beefy. I don't want to. 23 probably still connects with Loey.
I just realized I was muted. Yeah, you hit. You're fine. You're good, Brett.
Okay, all right. Fast forward. Yeah, this guy is gonna roll one more disadvantage next to Torin here, and tries to lock him down. Well, you are able to duck this glob of just spray of web. And it's unfortunate that it misses with that. Then it's going to try to bite you.
This is that too.
You're lucky dog, as this mandible just comes across. You duck it.
Yeah.
All right, that's their turn. We're back at the top of the initiative. Torin, you are up. What are you doing? This thing's next to you.
Yeah. Oh man, I really want to use this, but that's range, so I don't think it works. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's also right frickin' in front of me, so I think I'm gonna go for it. Can it give me a DC 15 save?
Oh, whew, okay, let's see.
I am alone. It's right in front of me.
Makes sense. Makes 100%. If I was trapped with a giant spider, I would do the same thing. All right, deck save. Wow, he gets a 20 on it, but he'll take half.
So it takes 15?
Okay. Yeah, after this thing snaps at you, you gesture out, whisper arcane language, a bolt, and it just like, it almost goes through his torso, but it kind of bends out of the way a little bit. It'll go ahead and take the 15.
Yep, and I don't believe I currently have any bonus actions that apply in this situation, so unfortunately that's going to be it.
Understood. Tino.
Bonus action, my spoon attack. 23 to hit?
Yes, that connects.
Oh god, 5 damage. Come on, Spoon. Do your job.
Slams into it. It seems to not react that much.
I can see, not Ron, sorry. I can see Kaput from here. Does he look okay?
There's a huge spider looming over him. He looks anything but okay. If you're looking for like HP wise, I would say it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell?
Yeah, I mean, just considering it's huge, it's looming over him, there's a bunch of web everywhere. It's hard to tell his state. You did, yes.
Oh god, guys. I am gonna wait then, and I will just. Yeah, I'm gonna searing knife, cantrip as an action. Oh fuck, 11 to hit.
It just is this wait, don't tell me.
It's,
Sacred Flame?
No, it's firebolt.
Firebolt. Got it. And this golden energy, it just seems to dissipate across its hide. It does not do anything.
It's a I imagine it as like a knife. She's cutlery.
Got it. You know, what type of knife is it? A bread knife? A butter knife? A steak knife?
It would be, yeah, like a steak knife.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh no, it's those searing knives, the big ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. She doesn't move. She stays here.
Understood.
And that's my turn.
All right. Yes. Baz is still in a land of confusion. You note he walk up a bit and look at the spider and goes, "Ha ha ha ha! You can't fool me! You're not real!" And he points at it. Alice!
Alice didn't hear any of that, but the spider didn't come like she thought it would, so she's gonna move up to it, but she's gonna take a step back and move forward to be able to get her charger feet. So she would have been like boop, and then
You rev up, you scoot your heels.
Yeah. She'll get right up in it and come try to shank its butt right next to the stinger with her short sword.
Got it.
So we're gonna try. I don't know. Come on, let's do something good here. 14?
14, it doesn't get into its shell.
Damn. And as it kind of goes and bounces off, she's gonna try to take the reverb and try to shank it with her dagger as a bonus action. See if maybe that one gets it.
Understood.
We're gonna try. That's not a 15.
15. You make a little bit progress, but it does not go
I didn't
in.
hit it. I didn't do damage. Why would I? Why would I get a minute? Yeah.
That's right. Back to the hit. That's right.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah. All right, cool. And kind of like yelling out in frustration because she can't hear it, so she doesn't think anybody else can hear her whine. She's gonna step back.
Got it.
Spider, stupid baby.
She's gonna kind of step back and get back in front of Tinu. And that's it for Alice.
All right, Loey. Web's all over you. Yes.
I'm restrained. Is it an action to break free?
Yes. You will need to roll me a strength check.
Oh, it's a strength check. Okay. Not an acrobatics or athletic. Interesting.
No.
Okay.
Or you could try to damage it.
I can attack the web. That'd be funny. What if I miss? Do I hit myself?
I wouldn't do that to you. Oh, that's funny.
Okay. No, I've got to hurt this thing. Oh, wait. Hold on, Brent. Most importantly, Tremor Sense goes out 60 feet and it doesn't care about walls. Nope, I can't sense that other spider. Never mind. Loey has no idea what's going on in that other room. I'm too far away. I am, as a bonus action, I'm actually going to cast a spell on the Barrel of Talon. And Loey, seeing his pellets not pierce as readily through the creature's hide, he's going to cast Magic Weapon on the Barrel of Talon, and there's runic symbols that start alighting across the barrel.
Nice.
And then I'm going to shoot you with my magical scatter shot barrel now. So add 1 to this. So that's a 21 to hit.
Yes.
When regular ammo, you bring magical slugs.
Yeah, regular magical slugs. You're gonna take 7 plus 1, 8. Half again, or 1 plus that is 9. Half of that's 4, so that's 13 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Got it. As the bullets leave the barrel, it's almost like tracer rounds, as you could see a glow just emanate out from these slugs and slam into it. You said it took how much? 19?
Thanks. Oh, wait. I'm restrained. Let me roll my attack roll again, because might not hit it. No, that would be
Holy shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
All right.
So you lost the crit, but you still had.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, 13 points of magical bludgeoning.
Got it. It slams into its body. It chitters in your direction, and all of this chittering, it comes with this high-pitched noise in your ears. Anything else, Loey?
My second attack, I'm going to reload Talon. That's going to be my turn.
Got it. Meanwhile, Kolabadi.
So I'm going to take 1 step up to here. Is there something right here blocking me, or?
Oh, yes. There is an invisible wall here for that circle of the webs. It's pretty thick in that area there. Do you want to stand in that area?
Let's see. I guess I'll.
It's just double of even more difficult terrain. It's just, instead of 10 feet every square, it's 20 feet. That's all.
Well, actually, I'm guessing I'm going to avoid that because I'll like step more or less into Tinu space for a quick second,
Got it.
and that way I can see. As way Louis will be in range, and I can see him. I guess through underneath the spider,
Understood.
and Louis, Alice, and Torin will be blessed.
Got it. Yeah, if you look back, you see another one of these gigantic spiders is looming over Torin. But all right,
I
you're
already see
blessed.
that because I'm seeing through his eyes. So
True.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's bad. That's right. Yeah, you see it in vivid point of view, POV. Yes. Okay.
and then I'll step here next to him, and that's my bonus action to maintain my eyes on Torin and blessing. So enjoy your plus D4s.
Understood. Your eyes are milky white color. Meanwhile, kaput! As you're prone, I believe.
Yeah. Prone, restrained, you know, all the fun shit.
There's so many stuff
Alright.
happening right now, dude. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Next, I'll be paralyzed, poisoned, you know, just give me all of them. Why not? Alrighty. Well, for my pun, if it's not kaput, don't fix it. So,
Hey.
I am going to change it up a little bit this time. I'm going to, as part of my attack action, I'm going to Booming Blade. And I'm going to take 2 punches at this guy at disadvantage. Damn. Does a 16 hit?
That hits.
Cool.
All right, I think we found the number.
Let me... Alright, so we're going to do... That's the first damage roll, and then spells... Booming Blade. So whichever's that first one, so... Oh, nice.
13
7 plus
thunder.
6. Yeah, 13 thunder damage.
Blast
first
echoes
hit.
out. Yes.
And then if he moves, then he takes the rest. So...
Understood.
And a second attack. We're going to do another at disadvantage. That's a miss with a 13.
Yes, 13 will not connect, but just slug them once.
Cool. And as my bonus action, I am going to do absolutely nothing.
Understood. All right. Back to our enemy's turn here. Let me go ahead and roll d6 real quick. Okay.
Thank you, Tinu.
It tries to kick Loey with its
Oi.
leg.
Don't pick me. You're at advantage. You hit.
You're knocked prone. As you are, you take 15 points of bludgeoning as this thing just wallops you.
Ah.
And then when you fall on the ground, it tries to bite you. Come on. 13, and then... What is... Oh, that's Loey's constitution. Why is my thing not rolling?
Hunter's mark.
We'll keep going.
Come on now.
Right, yeah.
Alright, it's taking a minute to
Concentration.
load here.
Oh yeah.
There it goes, finally.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
You hit.
Oh, damn, that's a lot of them.
I'm only taking the first one.
17.
Yeah, because I was pushing the buttons. 17.
You still hit.
Oh, all right. That was with the bite. And roll me a Constitution save.
Is this poison?
Yes, it is.
I'm at
With
advantage.
advantage.
Yes, you are.
Dwarfs.
God, I roll a 7 and a 5 and a 1. Hold on. Maybe Cobalt Body's 4 on the bless. 11. That's pretty good. That's a high number, Brent.
That's a high-low number, but it is unsuccessful. You will take 10 points of piercing, and then 23 points of poison damage.
Well, you're gonna take half of that.
Half of that because you're resistant.
Yep, that's 11.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's it for its turn. The other one over here next to Torin, you're not restrained yet, I believe.
No,
Nope,
I
he is
dodged
still-
the web.
You rolled 2 12s.
All right, well, lucky for you, we don't get a recharge on the web here, but it's going to try to kick you. A leg thrust out in your direction.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, you'll take 16 points of bludgeoning as this thing swallops you. You fall prone. Then they'll try to
Okay.
bite you. So 17 connect?
I will use shield so it does not.
That's mandible
Actually-
stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me check something. I'm actually going to use arcane deflection to save the spell slot because that could put me to 18.
Understood.
With my- Yep.
All right, yeah, it grinds against this magical field in front of your hand. And it ends its turn. Moving on, Grendel, you're up with this thing in your face.
All right, I will, with the arcane deflection, push it back so I can stand up.
Got it?
And I have to use cantrips, so I'm going to use True Strike. Try to hit it.
Understood.
26 for 17 plus.
26 will connect. See, I keep forgetting to get advantage when he knocks you prone, but I won't forget next time. Moving on.
So 18 total damage.
18 as you cleave into this thing with your blade.
Yep, and it is magical because it's Twilight. So let me just check to see if there's anything else. Yeah, I still think that's going to be my turn because I can't do any spells right now. Okay.
Understood. Tinu.
I can't fucking get close enough. Tinu's moving because she sees them both knocked down. 5, 10. Can I see them here?
Yeah, you come in. You see the situation. Massive spider, looking over them, attacking.
Are they bloodied? I guess. Am I, or do I need to move closer to see?
The situation you see is both of them. Well, I think the kaput. Did you get up?
No, let's restrain. Can't. We don't have any speed.
Nope.
Both of them are on the ground, wrapped in webs, being attacked.
Fuck my life. Okay.
It looks pretty dire.
I know that Louis hasn't been getting my things, so I will. I can't. And I don't have enough movement. I can't get to you.
I know.
God damn.
It's also difficult terrain to move under that spider or through the web if you don't go through the red part.
Yeah. I'm gonna move. God damn it, Tinu. Okay, so I moved like this, Brent. It wasn't difficult terrain like this yet, right?
No, yeah, that's regular terrain. I'll give that to you. Yeah.
10, and then this is difficult terrain. Right? 'Cause
Correct.
there's a spider there. Okay.
Yes.
So it was 5, 10, 15, 20. 15, 20. Oh my god, Tina, this is a bad idea.
Tinu's the brain.
25, 30. Tina needs to get closer. I want a Boulder's Gate throw a healing potion. No, I'm gonna second.
You can try it. I'll give you a try. But it'll be your action. It'll be your action. I'm not gonna say forever now we can do this, but in this situation, I'll give you a try if you want to try to throw it over there.
Does it hit both of them?
Look, you
I would throw it right here in the middle so that it would hit both of them.
No. Brent will give you 5. It was just a spider too.
It'll be your action to do it. If you want to do it as a bonus
Yes.
action, you have to roll an attack against the square you're trying to hit.
No, I will do it as
Okay.
my action. I will
Okay.
definitely do that. Potion of healing. I have 2, so I'm gonna throw one so it hits both of them.
Okay.
There
You throw it into the webs, and it like kind of gets lodged in the webbing between both of them.
It doesn't heal them?
No, they have to pick it up, but
No?
it's there.
But they can pick it up though, right?
Yeah, you can pick up something as a free
Okay.
action.
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I want. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then, that was my action. Bonus action, I'm still gonna heal. Oh my god. I'm gonna heal Louis because Louis has been out of my sanctuary. So, bonus action. Healing word? First level spell slot? Here you go, Louis. 9.
You're a godsend, Tina. Thank you.
Okay, and then there is a potion between you guys, whoever wants to grab it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then that's my full turn. Oh, I miss Ellie. I need Ellie right now.
Understood.
Okay.
Alice.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna charge up at it to try to hit it with my charger feet, and I'm gonna go ahead and spend my inspiration to get advantage on the first hit.
Understood.
Cool, because I want to hit this thing because it's got my uncle. No, thank you. Alrighty.
We're not
Way to
doing
kill him, it's
it.
gonna be
We're
me.
not doing it.
23 to hit.
Now connect.
All right, cool. And I'm definitely doing sneak attack and charger feet. So let me roll my d8 for the charger feet. And all right, come on. And then so
Yikes.
23 total damage, and it is a +1 short sword. So
You embed your blade into its hide and like carve a notch into it, and this blackish ichor begins to run out as a devastating blow. It definitely looks bloody.
beautiful. And in that new little chink I made with my short sword, I'm gonna come and try to shank it with my dagger, and I have advantage now because of Vex from the short sword.
Understood.
So yeah, we're gonna try. Alice is mad. Now I'm rolling good. 25 to hit.
Yes.
All right, it's gonna take 1 more point of damage.
Got it.
'cause just to insult it, and then she's gonna scoot your booch back. That's Alice.
Yeah.
Loey.
Proud as punch for his seeing Addie put a hole in this thing's thorax. Loey's gonna hopefully put one in its eye, or however many pellets I'm about to throw at its face. Disadvantage shots from Talon. Let's go. You said bloodied, right?
It looks bloody. Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's stuff flowing out of its abdomen now. Yes. It looks bloody. It's been
Alright.
hit in the face with gauntlets. It's...
Got a bless, so hold on. I'm also blessed. 16.
On the nose. I'll connect.
Oh, Cola Body coming in clutch. Oh, beautiful. 10 plus a d6. You're going to take 14 plus half that. 7 is 21 points of magical bludgeoning damage from the end of Talon's barrel.
Yikes. Yeah, you yank the barrel of this weapon off of the sticky web and blast it in its face. It looks like a couple of its eyes get shot off, and it does not look happy as it chitters in agony. It will take the 21, you said?
21 points of magical
Got it.
bludgeoning.
It's still there, although it looks really beat up. Anything else, Loey?
I'm going to make my second shot at it at a disadvantage. Come on, luck, hold out. 17. Is that enough?
At
I hit.
disadvantage, yes, you connect.
Okay. So you're gonna take. Oh, I got a magic weapon. I gotta remember that. Oh, it's a max roll. That's not good for this thing.
Was that the D6?
Oh, that's not how you roll. Hold on. I swear I know how to do this. There we go. 2 is 14 plus 1 is 15 from the magic weapon. So that's 15 divided by 2 is 7. 7 plus 15 is 22 points of magical bludgeoning damage from the end of Talon, from the scatter.
Got it. You blast off one of its mandible kind of fangs. It's just gushing of this black ichor, but it's still there, although very beat up. Taking
Somebody-
22.
Somebody fucking kill it. He says, how is this thing not dead yet? I'm gonna reach out as a bonus action for that potion that Tinu threw at the web, if you'll let me, Brent. Because I think 2024 potions are a bonus action, right?
That is correct.
Okay, sure.
What is it, Tino? Is it 2d4 plus 2? Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Tino, for the healing. Oh, it's a max roll. I'm ready. We're good. We're fine.
You chug the potion. Moving on to Kolabati.
Okay. Well, I'll continue to support the one that's there for. So that's 22 to hit that one in front of Louis.
That will connect.
For 13 force damage.
Exact amount needed. How do you do it?
Essentially, they watch the ghost swirl across her arm, fly through the air, going through the hole that Alice had broken through its chitinous in the back, and blast out the head. Then
Jesus.
loops around and flies back through the arrow slit towards the one that is currently fighting Torrent.
Put and Loa, you both are splattered with the guts of this thing. And then, all right, 13 to hit? No, 11.
11 hits, so I missed the one that's on Torrent. But
unfortunately, that one bounces off of its hide. And I will go ahead and X out our guy here. Kaput!
Cool seeing this one start to go down. The webs that are encasing me, how thick are they? Not necessarily looking for an exact DC, but
I mean, they look pretty dense. The problem is every time you move and stretch them, the more fibers explode out from the stretching and it gets even more sticky, you know? This looks like some formidable web.
right. I grab my torch off the ground and I move it over toward Lowy to help give him the help action to escape on his next turn.
Okay, I got it. Use the smoldering torch, still lit. You bring it over to the webs. Understood. Anything else, Kaput?
Nope. That's all I can do at this moment.
All right. To our other dire situation that we have over here. Oh, let's see what we got. All right. Well, you got up last time, Tor. This thing does not want you standing up. It tries to pincer you with his leg back to the ground. Well,
No.
the 10, you dodge out the way. It tries to exploit you moving and tries to take a bite. Does a 19 connect?
I will shield that.
All right, another shield pops off. It looks frustrated. After it bites at you, it stops for a split second, and then you see it fades away as a bonus action.
Ooh.
I saw that coming.
That's its turn. And for a second here, we're gonna go out of initiative per se. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that Loey, you're able to go ahead and get free. Nothing attacks you here in this next few rounds, okay? You're able to free yourself. Kaput, you're able to free yourself. Then that's where we'll kind of start with our initiative turns here. So starting at the top here, Torin, this thing just vanished in front of you, and maybe you wait there for a few seconds to see if it appears, but it doesn't.
Yeah, no. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60.
You see a heavy breathing Torin just like pushes himself out of the broken arrow slit. All right, anything else?
That's gonna be my dash, so no, that's it.
Tinu?
So them getting out, that would be a round, right? Like a 1 round?
Yeah, we're gonna say let's start with
So-
rounds from this point on. So we're gonna say they're free. Yeah.
Okay, so, well, I'm asking because my Twilight Sanctuary is still up, right? So that would have been a round that I need to mark off.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's you, Torrent. I will 5, 10, and check, look at Kaput. Does he look? Oh, well, I'll just hand him a potion. Can I hand him a potion?
Yeah.
Because I feel bad about not healing him. So yeah, Tina gives you her last potion. Where is it? And then, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. I guess I just I move my spoon, bonus action, ooh, 10 feet here, just so that it's in the middle in case we get attacked again. And that's my turn.
Understood. Okay. Alice.
Yeah, she would have gone to try to get Torn, seen him come out. She's kind of looking around because she doesn't know what's going on. She would start heading towards Loey. So.
Okay.
Yeah, she'd start trying to get up to Loey and just crawl over the dead spider. And is he out?
Yeah, you see, Lois just freed himself using this torch, and he's stands up, I guess.
Does Loey still look hurt?
Loey is not bloodied. If you want more, you got to give me a medicine check.
No. That's that's all I'm asking for. Alice is just make sure you're not bleeding like crazy. Yeah, she would just kind of help him get to his feet and start looking around to see if she notices anything else.
There's a puckered puncture wound that's been recently healed over in the side of Loey's clavicle, but other than that, he's fine.
The only thing of note here in this region is the partially cut open bundle that's in the center of this web here. It looks like anybody can come over and examine it.
All right.
Then
Well,
of course
I
there's
would
door.
bonus
There's
action. Sorry, no, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, it's no problem. I was just going to say that this door's open where you see there's circular steps that lead upward. And of course there's a doorway with steps leading out the back downward.
Okay, she's not going to go up by herself because she can't hear. So I would just bonus action dash to get down to the thingy and then use my action to open it.
You use your weapon, your hand, you push back these thick webs, and eventually you peel back and see the face of a familiar figure.
I don't know.
He looks pale. Yep. He's not moving. You know, he looks about dead.
He looks about dead, or he looks dead?
You can roll me medicine.
Okay, yeah. Alice is so good at those. Let's see. I'll take a 17.
You examine him. You notice that he twitches just a little bit. He's still alive, although he looks unconscious.
Yeah. Oh, great. Alice would turn around and just frantically be waving at Tinu, and I think that's about what I can do.
All right, Loey, you witness this. What are you doing?
He looks over at the door that goes up, looks at Kaput, and nods to him appreciatively for the torch. Kaput, if you speak sign language, you see Loey starts signing at you, and then he's like, and then he gets like, ah, and then he's like points towards his head and points towards you, as if to talk. Nods, and then walks up to go check out what Alice is seeing.
Understood.
And as he passes by Tinu, you see that Loey like pats you on the back appreciatively. He doesn't hug you, but he that's there you go. That's Loey's affectionate state, I guess.
Tinu just gives him a thumbs up.
Yep. And Loey sees Odo. and looks a little concerned. And looking over at Alice. Brent, real quick.
Yes.
So when this thing appeared, you said that a light emanated from it, right?
Yes.
Is that the same color of light that's coming out of that arrow slit?
No.
You want me to make a survival check, or?
Hold on. I would say yes, actually.
It's the same color of light?
Yeah. I would say it has the same tonality to it. Yeah, it's the same light.
But it was constant, right? It was like constantly flickering?
No, it was flickering, like a erratic, like, you go into a building or street lamp that's like about to go out, is like flickering in an erratic way. That's the type of flickering that you saw on the third story.
The color was the same.
But the color was the same, correct.
Okay. Well then, Alice, I guess Loy would come up to you and sign to you when it appeared. When it appeared, that same color of light from the arrow slit above suddenly filled the room. I think there might be one up above us. Another one of those things. Also, why does Torin look sweaty? He signs to you and sees Torin.
Get Tinu is what she signs back.
Right. Tinu! He yells at Tinu, but all deaf.
All right.
That ends my turn.
Cool. Kolabati, you're doing anything here?
Considering all the confusion in there, I'm going to step over to here and going to so do like make some gestures, casting minor illusion, and in flowing text in the air in front of them, there was another spider in the other room. Torin fought it; it disappeared.
Smart. The spider that was near you guys, you saw it just fade away. They just literally just vanished.
It was similar to the ones that we just fought in the courtyard, and they're flickering out.
Yep, the ones in the courtyard too. They faded away. They're gone.
Yep. Yeah. Fade away, same as the ones outside. It's still around somewhere.
All right. Kaput.
I am going to spend my action using the torch to help get myself free. I don't know if I need to roll for that.
Oh, you're fine. You're able to you're already able to free yourself. You could stand up. What else do you want to do?
Yep. I'm gonna pick up that healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing Alice wave her hands at this guy, I'm gonna take a look at him. And if he looks alive-ish, then I'm gonna dump the potion in his mouth.
Yeah, roll me my medicine. And look, unless Alice clues anybody in.
Oh yeah, she
okay.
yeah, she's looking at Kaput and yelling that he's alive, but I don't think anybody can hear her.
No, it's like one of those things where you can't hear, but like, you've ever like had like really good earplugs in? You talk. You can't really hear kind of what you say, but you can hear your voice. It's like that. Mm-hmm. So you can talk, although you probably sound kind of a little weird. He's kind of alive, whatever it may be. Yeah. So, but yeah, you let him know. That's fine. You dump the potion down Odo's throat here, and let's see. You note that it kind of bubbles in his mouth. His eyes open, but then you see he begins to convulse like he's choking.
For those that can't hear, all you hear is Kaput go, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck."
What do you do?
Like looking at the cleric, like, I don't know. This isn't my expertise.
I can't
And
do anything yet, right?
he grabs Tino and moves Tino.
We're gonna say at this point,
Right
everybody has went. We're out of initiative. You guys can go ahead and act freely here.
Oh, okay. Tina will come over and she'll like kind of pull his head into her lap and lift him up so he doesn't die from choking.
Yeah,
Like,
it like
sit him up.
it spills
Um,
out of his mouth.
It doesn't look like he drank any of it at all, right?
It looks like he drank some of it, but not necessarily like voluntarily, just kind of went into his system per se. But roll me a medicine check with advantage.
Okay. $22.
You get a sense he's conscious and awake, but he has to be paralyzed, and he's probably still poisoned.
I don't have anything from that.
You
Kind of
see,
anti-venom.
his
Oh,
eyes
what?
just look at you.
Didn't you have an anti-venom you picked up from somewhere?
I thought that was on the train, or was there another one after that?
It was on the train. Nothing besides that one poker
Yeah.
chip came back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was that was on the train.
Okay.
Because I don't.
Okay. So, and of course, Kalina's not here because she could get rid of the poison.
Yeah. I don't know. I can give him time. I can.
Unless you've got like lesser restoration repair, I don't think there's anything you can do.
Yeah, no, I don't. Can I call Bass in here?
Yeah, I mean, actually, as you're doing this, he will push past you guys and come up, and he goes, "Oh no!" After you like lift him up his head and explodes out of his mouth, he grabs him roughly and like shakes him. Wake up!
Wait, no, he's awake. He's poisoned and paralyzed.
What are you talking about? None of that was real.
Don't shake him. She can't hear him, so don't shake him, please. You're gonna hurt him. He didn't drink the full potion. I can't hear you, but do not shake him, or I'll hit you.
After a moment, you see he kind of blinks. He goes, "All you have to do, halfling, is know it's not real. None of it is real." Oda just sits there. You see his eyes kind of glaze over. He has a little bit of movement. You can see his eyes is kind of moving around, but that's the only response you get. You see, Boz shakes him more.
Boss, stop! She slaps his hands like, stop it!
He backs
And
up.
pulls him away. Do you know where the other guys are? Where are the other ones?
I don't know. Like I said, we came and I told them to follow me. But then I realized none of it's real.
Tina looks around to see if anybody recognizes that he's talking, and she just points to her ear like, I can't hear anything.
You see he grabs his stomach. I'm gonna die if I don't eat.
Bati will like toss him another ration and look at Tinu and doing the swirl around the side of their head.
You see Bats he like abandons whatever he was doing. He grabs the ration and just shoves it in his mouth. You see he's on his knees eating it. He has this look on his face like it's the best thing he's ever tasted in his life. He's like his eyes are closed. You just eating a ration. What are you guys
Should we
doing?
knock that one out too?
It calms him down. I don't care how much I'm wasting in food.
Lily's hiding some stuff to you guys, but you don't. Unless you speak sign language, then.
No.
Tina waves at you, and she does a heart hands, and then she does peace signs.
Bati will minor illusion, more subtitles. I can hear. Speak. Don't scream.
All right.
Some breath. All right.
Yeah, you guys are together, looking at each other. You have a paralyzed, poisoned halfling that's like just looking at you guys. He looks gaunt. Does not look in good condition. If you take the webs off of him, his legs, his arms are limp. You get a sense if you're gonna move, you're gonna have to carry this guy if you're gonna move him around.
Bati, Louis points towards the ceiling and says, more spiders, flickering blue light, same color. And he points towards
Yeah.
above us.
And as he speaks that, Bati is subtitling for everybody.
Smart. I love it.
Each hole
Are
appears
we-
in Louis' head.
Are we saying that my stuff ran out by now, Brent? I think
Yeah,
so, right?
yeah,
'Cause
I
we're out
would
of
say.
combat.
True. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I roll the last one like I usually do?
And I'll grab
Yeah.
I'll grab my torch before the hand disappears.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Brent, real quick.
Yes.
Tremor
Oh
thing,
my god.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in a building and I'm on the second floor and I've got tremor sense going, do I feel people that are a floor above me or below me because we're all on the same building?
I would probably give you a roll. I would say that it's possible if anything's connected to the ground level and you have like a tremor sense. Maybe.
More like a perception.
Yeah, roll me a perception. I would say that the DC is pretty high though. 18. I'll give it to you.
Sure. Wow, yeah, 23.
You even though your compatriots are talking, trying to figure out what to do next, you focus in on what you feel, the earth around you, and you feel nothing besides your compatriots, your party.
Louis says, they're hiding wherever they go, to you, Cold Body. I don't know, it's magic. Are they turning invisible? What is this?
Well, the spider webs show different planes. Are they plane shifting?
What does that mean?
Wait, wait, pause.
That's a good question.
Would Tinu know what plane shifting is, though?
You spent years studying at one of the best places in the realm, Michael's Gate. I would say that part of your studies probably would be around sorcery and the dangers of it. But I will go ahead and give me an Arcana roll.
Oh no. Okay.
Just a normal DC 15.
When did I have proficiency in Arcana?
You don't. I don't know.
25.
Well, you get a bonus now.
Today, those memories of those studies come back to you, and yeah, I mean, you project as much as.
Okay. See, action. Tinu says that. Yeah. There were different. It looked like there were different places in the web, so maybe they're not invisible. Maybe they're plane shifting.
That makes more sense. They're not touching the ground. I don't feel them. Louis says with subtitles above, provided by Kolabati.
Yeah, same. Because Tinu's deaf.
The rest of you, Torin, Alice. I mean, I'm not saying you have to be doing something, but anything you guys would like to do.
Oh, I'm definitely doing something. I'm looking through this gosh darn arrow slit, waiting for that eight-legged bastard to pop back out.
Yes, you keep an eye. You see nothing. Nothing gets disturbed. You just look into the shadowy battlement, and
I'll hold my action for a Toll the Dead if it shows its beady-eyed face. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Understood.
Yeah, I'm just looking Torin over. That's why Alice ran over to him after Bati said something. Torin, do you look bad? Or
There's a little more scrapes and definitely some dust and web from before, but he doesn't look much worse than when you went into the room together.
Okay. Alice will just kind of stay there, and she's kind of keeping her head on a swivel so she can see what everyone's talking about, and then, as it's kind of lulling, she'll kind of be like, are we ready to just go upstairs, or we just want to wait for them to never come?
Oh. Well, Kolabati will put in subtitles, Nest probably upstairs, rest of Headhunters probably there in Nest.
Do you hear
not?
any more ringing, Bati? Like, you know how when we got here and it was ringing, and then is it still ringing now?
There was ringing and spiders appeared. Currently there isn't.
Is the ringing coming from the spiders?
You don't hear any ringing right now, but you do know that when the spider arrived, you definitely did hear that ringing.
Yep, which is what I project with subtitles.
Well, we're all deaf, so if you hear ringing, tell us.
She makes a thumbs up with her minor illusion.
Okay, Tina, thumbs up. Oh wait, we need somebody to carry Odo, cause I can't carry him.
Have
Boz
boss do it.
looks up. He goes, "I will carry him." He sounds
Don't
really
shake
proud
him.
about it.
No eating.
Don't eat him and don't shake him.
He doesn't respond to either of those. But he comes over and scoops him out of the web and throws him over his shoulder.
Maybe not like that, but like a princess. Can you do it like this? And Tina holds her. hand.
Odo is not a princess.
Yes, but it'll be better. I mean, oh wait, I can't even hear him talk. She just keeps saying, "Don't hold him like that because he's gonna throw out the potion."
He
and
waves you
strength.
away.
You're gonna hurt him.
Bonte will mouth to Tinu, "I'll keep an eye on them."
Ugh. Tina
I mean,
does
this
like
is
a
not the
strangling motion.
this is not the most comfortable position he's holding this halfling, but he's not like dying or anything.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's
Boz just
okay.
carries him over his shoulder and follows you guys.
And I guess I'll hand the torch off to someone. If,
Boz
if they-
takes it,
Okay, so he's got a
Is it
torch
one
in one
hand?
hand and a halfling
and then
in
he
the
has
other.
Odo, on his shoulder in the other. All of you are scared of nothing. There's nothing here but illusions. You know what an illusion is? Takra told me what an illusion was. It's something that's not real. And he sounds really proud of that revelation.
Like quoting some great philosopher in the world.
Yeah, so he was taught he says it like he just got done reading Sun Tzu, the Art of War.
Yeah.
And well, Bonte will also like subtitle up who's going first.
You want me? Actually, yeah, Adi.
Yeah.
No. You go quiet. I'm not gonna be able to. Actually, he signs this to you, Adi, because he's talking to you. Oh wait, were you talking? Because he wouldn't know to respond if you're just saying.
I was subtitling up.
Oh, okay, never mind. Adi, you go. Adi and I will go. Adi will go first.
Okay, then I'll reach out and touch Adi and move my eyes to her.
I reach out and touch Alice, and I give her a vigilant blessing.
Okay.
I also laugh and be like, "Y'all are getting handsy with me." And she'll go to start moving up the stairs.
Tina just looks at you like, "I can't hear you."
Sure.
She'll just blow Tino a kiss.
Tina blows him back.
The steps wrap around in a spiral fashion, leading up to what looks to be another web infused kind of door. But you also see the steps continue to go up to a third story. And if you look around the pillar that the steps are connected to, you can see on the third store there is this flickering light that's glimmering around the edges of the doorway. So essentially, the second floor door,
Mm-hmm.
dark, covered in webs. If you continue to go up the steps to the third floor, you can see this glow around the edges of a shut door.
Yeah, she'll look back to Loey and sign what she's seeing and say, "I think we should do the third."
Loyal nod to you and sign. Be ready.
Okay.
She'll nod and she'll go to the third door, the third floor door.
You continue past the second floor to the third floor, the battlement
now.
level, and you see this flickering glow around its edges. You open it.
I'm gonna check and make sure there ain't no damn traps.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Perception. Yeah. I'm gonna try.
You check the edges of this door. Besides webbing kind of bleeding into its edges, you don't see any traps.
All right. She'll try to. Is it locked?
You grab the handle. No, it just seems to be a little wedged because there's webbing probably on the opposite side, but not locked. A little bit of force probably can open it.
Yeah, I'll try to do it like a slow and steady push, so it's not too like announcing. Even though if they feel the webs, but at least noise won't draw attention. If
Sure.
The webs don't.
Roll me
Yeah.
a stealth.
Okay. All right. A 27.
You're able to carefully push this door open. Voidwalker. I don't know who that is.
I know. It was like hearing noise like
That's
this,
part
and
of
I couldn't hear anything.
I was waiting for the music to just change.
Of course.
Yeah.
The music has changed a little bit. All right. So, Alice, the rest of you are downstairs. Is anybody coming up behind her or anything to
Well, yeah.
that effect?
And being quiet.
Kaput's probably maybe 30 feet behind them. Just not used to what they do. So,
probably on the second floor landing.
yeah.
Okay. The second landing, gotcha. That's where I'm gonna assume most of you are at. Kaput,
Yep.
right there. Kolabadi, put you right here. I'm gonna put Loey right here. Baz, he's gonna stay downstairs. I'll put Tinu below Louie here. And Torin, I'm gonna put behind Tinu. Alright.
You want to start right, Brent? We're following behind Alice.
Yes.
You got it.
And Alice is above you guys, another level, but you guys are in this stairwell.
Oh, no. Loey's following behind Alice. Quietly.
Okay. I'm gonna put you then on the third story, right over here. All right. With that being said, we're going to encounter some interesting things here. The webs. Okay, good. Even though we have to hear the name drop again, but it's fine. Webs drape everything, everything in here, Alice. You can only see the forms of furniture and objects under ghostly threads. An almost blinding, flickering, fluorescent, bluish light strobes this area. Through the cloud of webbing, you can see an ethereal, rectangular object to the east. You can smell uncontrolled magic in the air. It's like a ozone type of smell. Immediately to the northwest of you, looks to be a desk covered in webs. There also seems to be some other equipment and stuff in here, also draped in webs. But that's immediately what you see through the pulsing bluish light.
Okay. As she was kind of looking around and seeing this, as long as Loey's within sight, she's hand signing everything to him. And then kind of, and then signs to Loey that she's gonna go to the right after the big magical thing to try to see if she can get a better look at it, to keep an eye out for in case anything jumps her.
Now, once again, this area is completely difficult terrain. You're able to use your weapon to cut through, hack, and pierce this webbing, but you begin to move. Show me where you go.
Yeah, she's gonna try to keep the wall to her side, So she has a touch point in case things get too hard to see because of the web, if that makes sense. And yeah,
That
she'll
makes
start
sense.
kind of going around to try to get a little bit better view of what this is.
Carefully, you maneuver around the central pillar that contains the stairwell. Pulling through the webs, you come to this source of flickering light. Mounted on a circular platform is a freestanding door that flickers in and out of existence erratically. Sometimes it forms solid. Other times it's just an outline of arcane energy. But looking at this door, it has the general designs of this here. This vapor of arcana just comes off of it as it blinks in and out of existence.
Knowing that Bati's looking through her vision, she's gonna like kind of stand there for a second and very carefully like trying to give Bati enough time to be able to get a good look. If that makes sense, like she's surveying it, knowing Bati's looking through.
Yep, and I'm examining it.
Okay, both of you roll me a perception check and we'll take the higher.
Okay. Oh, I hope you roll better than me. Yeah, good. 19 and 15.
Under the webs across the floor are some strange arcane equipment and old wiring and tubes that seem to run towards the platform of this ominous door. None of this stuff really seems salvageable, Alice, as maybe you bend down and take a closer look. It looks like the stuff was tossed a long time ago, and then years of layers and layers of webs have just accumulated on top. These equipment you see is over here, and on the other side of the door to the south. Obviously, Kolabati, you see the same thing. You note the platform that this flickering door sits on looks to be made of some type of metallic alloy, and there are erratically flickering arcane symbols on them that look quite complex. Doesn't look like old elven magic. This looks like something probably created out of the academy. But that's what you immediately see. Before we react here, I'm gonna get to Loey and the rest of you guys and see what you're doing. Loey, you push through the webs. You see Alice is surveying what I just described. Are you doing anything different?
If Alice is pointing ahead and watching the doorway, and Loey understands what Kolabati did to Alice, he's watching behind and focusing on his tremor sense to see if there's anything in this room that's hidden, invisibly or otherwise, or maybe even through the doorway when it appears, because I don't know if tremor sense works, how it would work with like a magical doorway into another realm, but theoretically the ground touch as it flickers into reality, would Loey feel something on the other side?
Interesting. Yes, you touch the walls, the floor, and once again steady and focus in on the structures around you. And you don't feel any tremoring or anything emanating from this door as a tremor sense, or anywhere else for that matter, besides your party with you.
Okay. I wouldn't feel cocooned, right, Brent? Of like people suspended midair because they're not technically on the ground.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so.
Okay. Then knowing that, Loey would, I guess, if Alice is good, he would move over to the desk Or is this like something of interest, I guess, to see if there's anything interesting over here?
Sure, we'll get back to you. Meanwhile, below, Cole, we're gonna say, Kolabadi, you're standing. Well, no, actually, Kaput. The stairs wrap around clockwise. Just above you, about 5 feet, you see Loey disappear into the third story of the battlement, and he leaves the door open so you can see the webs and the flickering of this bluish white light. The rest of you can see the light also. Are you doing anything, Kaput?
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way up at least to the third floor door.
Okay. I'm going to put you right over here. Whoa! Right.
Whoa!
Ah!
Hey.
How dare you? No, I'm sorry. There you go. All right. There you are. Yeah, you see Loey pushing through the webs. Anything else?
I'll move through the doorway just to make sure I'm out of the way in case somebody
Got
else
it.
follows up. But then that's
Go for it.
really it. Sorry.
So you guys, look, anybody else from Georgia? I know you guys have at least been once to the Halloween event down at Stone Mountain. The name is escaping me right now. You guys know
Netherworld?
Netherworld. You know,
Mhm.
Netherworld usually has that corridor where there's like sheets or something hanging down blocking your view, but you can see like the white or the strobe lights beyond. That's the effect you pretty much get. Loey, Alice, Kaput. There's just like this blinking light across these webs in front of you. It's quite disorienting.
It makes them almost look like they're alive.
Yeah, and like shimmers and moves. But meanwhile, the rest of you, I'm gonna start with Kolabadi. Are you doing anything? You're gonna stay on the second level, or are you gonna continue
Well,
up?
I'm with the people that are with me. I'm going to be using like minor illusion to like I guess shape an image of what's being seen through Alice's eyes, and I'm going to point that out to Torin since he has more academy knowledge than I do.
Well, run me a performance. Let's see how good you are at like quickly sculpting this complex scene here. Pretty good. You not in vivid detail, Torin, but you get a sense that Kolabadi is communicating that there seems to be some type of arcane study and some freestanding door on some type of platform above.
With what I'm being shown, can I roll Arcana and try to relay what I can back, or do I have to actually see this thing?
No, you can roll me an Arcana. I think he does a good enough job with a 23.
All right.
Can Tinu too? Since I'm proficient.
Or oh yeah, if you're proficient in Arcana, same thing. You can roll too. Yes.
Oh, not one. Of course, I knew it. Never mind, Tinu.
Academy bullshit.
Torin, I mean, this looks like a field laboratory, as they would go ahead and call it. At least the desk and the apparatuses and stuff around, something that's popped up to survey an area for a temporary or short period of time, and then collapse. Pretty simple, rudimentary. There's not it's not a stationary or an institutional laboratory where there's really huge equipment sets, but it's a temporary lab. The door, you've never seen this before, and you would know with a 24 you're going to come across anything like this in your studies.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do in
Hold on a second, you're breaking up a bit. I want to hear
Hello?
every word. Yeah, hello. Yes.
All right, am I good?
Yes.
All right. What I'm gonna try to do, because one, still hard of hearing, and two, stealth. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to. One of the things it can do is make sensory effects. So I'm gonna make some smoke and kind of try to form that into what I learned. Like I'm gonna kind of make little words like laboratory, and kind of the purpose, and then when it gets to the door, I'm going to kind of show it back and just shake my head to show I have no idea what that is.
Oh, interesting. Smart. I'll allow it. Call a body. I mean, you get the general gist of what he's trying to explain to you here.
Yeah. Kalabadi will nod, and I guess she'll start moving up the stairs.
All right. Tinu, you witness all this happen. Are you doing anything specific?
No, she's gonna go up though, because I want to be in range in case something happens and I need to cure people or heal them. So she's gonna go onto the 3rd floor.
Understood. I'm going to bring you guys up to the 3rd floor area here. And you can put yourselves however you want to be inside of this stairwell. It's up to you. I'm going to go to move some folks.
The stairs go this way, right, Brent? Like,
yeah, it's a winding stairwell. Maybe I got it wrong, but it goes up. You know though that the steps end at the ceiling here. There's no trap door that leads up to like a roof or anything inside of here. So the steps dead end on this 3rd story. Just to make that clear.
I'm stuck in a wall, Brent. Can you move me here?
Yes. You are no longer stuck.
Okay, thank you.
All of you, some of you, come out into this area and begin looking around. I'm gonna start with Alice and head over to Loey, then Kaput. And we'll continue the chain around here. I just want to see what you guys do for a sec before we interact. Alice, you see what I just showed you image-wise here, flickering in and out of existence. Door.
Alice is, and I guess she hears everybody kind of coming up too. Well, no, she wouldn't hear shit. Never mind. She kind of looked back and see that Kaput and Tinu are here, and then she would write in the dirt as she's looking down, or the like dust and stuff, telling Bati to head up, knowing that Bati would see what she's writing.
Ah, smart.
And she would. Does she see this door over here?
Yes, there is iron band reinforced wooden door that is shut there. Yes.
I want to go check that door out.
Got it. All right, you move through the webs and go to the door.
Yeah.
You see that once again. There's a bar. There's a place to set a bar in the interior of the door, but there's no like lock mechanism or anything like that. The door seems to open inward.
Yeah, she tried to open it slowly just to peek out and see what's on the other side.
Got it. Roll me a perception.
Cool. I'm scared. All right. 17.
As soon as you begin to open it, you hear this high-pitched noise. Okay, you continue to open the door.
No, if I hear that high-pitched noise, no. Well,
You said
Yeah,
okay.
the thing you hear.
I'm just checking to see how close you're paying attention. All right, you crack it open. That's what you hear.
Kind of the same like she did before on the like dust and stuff on the door. She'll write to Bati, high-pitched noise on the other side.
All right. Yeah, you don't get a good glance. I mean, it's hard to see through the webs just by cracking it. So you just leave the door shut.
Yeah. And she'd keep going around the outside of the room. She's not trying to touch the creepy door.
Okay. You begin to maneuver your way around that. All right. So, Loey, you're looking at the desk. Alice, roll me a perception really quick, and we'll get back to you with another perception roll here for me.
Okay. 22.
Got it. All right, Loey, you come over to this desk covered in webs. Let me get to this description. Rooting under the webs, you find rotting old stationery items, books, journals, a variety of damaged and decayed tinkerer's tools, and laboratory equipment on an old table that's adjoined to it directly to your west. That's what you see on it. Do you do anything? Just by
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stationery, is any of it like a book or a codice or some sort of
You see
log
some
or journal?
tomes, and then you see what looks to be some hardbound tomes, and then there looks to be some soft leather bound journals. You get a sense.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the journals and see if I can't open them and make sense of it. Try reading it.
Sure. From under the web and rubble, you grab one of these journals. There's a small stack of them. It looks like they must have been sitting here for about a decade because they're stiff and brittle. But if you carefully flip through it, you see mostly it's ruminations about experiments that must have taken place here. There's lots of references to the haze and its magical effects. There are some large sections that seem to go on about the inscrutable tower. And you see several references. Several of these entries here in this journal talk about how to access something called quote-unquote hallways. There seems to be some concern, a lot of concern through these entries about the connection to the hallways permanently severed and the spread of the haze and delirium. The oldest journal on this stack goes back 7 years. The earliest date of the journals, the one that seems to be on top or directly in front, is about 3 years ago. Roll me an investigation if you continue to peer through this, or if you want to just drop it and do something else, let me know.
No. The biggest thing that I was curious about is like who. From the journals, it sounds like this place was used after the meteor fell, when the haze was in Drakkenheim, and the oldest date's 7 years ago, which is what, during the second expedition, I think, or something like that. If
Not to put it in lanterns. That's a good guesstimation. Yeah.
Probably sometime around that. So he's really curious about like who the heck was using this place as a lab while the city was basically beset by monsters. Who's living? This sounds like a malfeasant mage that'd be living out here. Kind of.
Okay.
So he's curious about a name more than anything.
Got it.
It's one of the people that River's interested in.
Investigation? Look, a lot has happened. Maybe you're not as patient as you should be. You just flip through the pages, and as the initial information I gave you is what you see. You get a sense that if you spent enough time, you probably can figure out more. But at a glance, nothing else comes to you. I'll get back to you though.
All right.
Kaput, Kolabadi, Torin, Tinu. I'm gonna deal with you guys. Who wants to pipe up first? What you're doing here?
I mean, I guess I'm first to the door, so I'll jump in.
Okay.
I'm gonna move around, and I see this door. I see the door.
Yes.
Have I heard of anything being with Hothger for a while? Have I heard anything about this?
Interesting question. Roll me an insight. Look for a 17 or better here.
Probably not. Oh, it was on 17. Damn it. Fine.
Oscar said a lot, but it's not coming to you.
Okay.
What else do you would like to do? We're not really an initiative.
That's fine. What's I see. Oh, it's not what I was
You open the
but I'm
door?
trying to open it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I open up the door. Why not? I go up. I see the door.
All
I'm gonna open
all
up the
right.
door.
You come to the door and you open it, and you see what looks to be, yeah, you can go, I can over you, a causeway, the middle section, the bridge between the battlements, here. And directly in front of you, you see another one of these webs, where in each frame or compartment of this funnel web, you can see images. They almost look tangible, like windows you can reach through,
No, I'm
and a
gonna.
high-pitched noise.
If I hear the noise, I'm closing the door.
All right, but before you
And-
do, you already know.
Okay.
Roll me an intelligence save.
Woohoo! Ooh, intelligence. I can do that. Maybe. 19.
For a second, almost like in our real world here, you know how you get onto your phone and you begin to doom scroll and you get like hypnotized by just scrolling through stuff. That's how you feel here in Drakkenheim. You're looking at each one of these frames and it's almost hypnotic. You almost want to just stare and see at their details. It almost sucks your mind in, but you're able to shake it off and shut the door.
Yeah, I absolutely would if it was starting to affect me.
You look behind you, you see this
Mhm.
flickering door with a imposing archway.
Can I do an Arcana check by chance?
Sure. The door sits on top of a platform that's made of some type of alloy, and there's arcane ruins all around on this platform.
Nope. This is not my cup of tea. Got it.
All you get is that this is some complex, powerful magic going on here.
That's fine.
All right. Let's go next to Kolabadi. What are you doing?
Well, I guess I'm looking at Torin as like, I guess saying, shall we? And step down behind Tinu here.
Yeah, you come out. You can see Loe's looking, like flipping through these journals on the table and like, putting them
Getting
down.
progressively more frustrated. Stupid. No, nothing.
Yeah, it's annoying. One thing you note is the text here on these journals, it's immaculate. Like, somebody has really good penmanship. They're using all of the multi-syllabic words to go ahead and explain. Like, this is not easy reading. It is somebody who's really educated.
This is the most pedantic nonsense I've ever had to put eyes on.
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
But
you come in.
Not a single name the whole time. I get you.
Yeah, anything else, Kolabadi?
Oh, I guess I'll step to the other side of Tinu. And I guess I'm looking at Loe and looking at the books, and I guess I'm subtitling out. Should Torin and I look at them?
Loe like looking at a book, looks over at you and just says, "I can't make it. It's this stuff. I'm just looking for the stupid author's name. There's nothing in here. You gotta read those other ones over there. They look like fancy tomes or some nonsense." As I'm assuming those subtitles come over Loe's head in like grumbly text or something that Kolabadi animated.
Angry dwarvish noises.
Yeah. Random blurred out Dwarven curse words.
All right, yeah, you come over and look. You observe these books here, Kolabadi. He has. Loe has one of the leather-bound journals. Do you look at that first? You see that there's a bunch of books on the table, in ruined tinkerer's tools all about. What are you looking at specifically?
Well, I'm going to pick up one of the hardbound tomes. Take a look at those.
Got it. these appear to be logs of arcane experimentation, obviously related to this door on this platform. There's diagrams of the platform and the door, and arcane equations listed around them. Roll me an Arcana. Jesus,
Not today.
all right. You get a sense with some time, you probably can go ahead and figure out what this is about, but just at a glance, this looks like some complex, powerful magic being studied and worked on here in these hardbound books. You get a sense that these hardbound books probably are in their current format to be transported and maybe archived, probably with the academy somewhere. That's the journals seem to be more personal items of whoever was here.
Yeah. Okay, then look at that. Glance over at Tinu and subtitle out to her. Bag of holding these books.
All right, Tinu. Are you doing anything special here?
Can I see if there's anything related to my mom in these books, or anything about experiments on human bodies and stuff like that?
Interesting question. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay. Oh, why is it not clicking? Oh, there we go. Oh my fucking god!
Gee, your
Never
skill
mind.
checks are
Table is cursed, guys. We gotta
crazy
go
today. You flip through this stuff, you see arcane equations, diagrams, none of this stuff looks relevant to your mother, just at a glance, though. With that, all of you get a sense that if you spend probably an hour here looking at this material, you probably can glean more information. But just you guys' initial checks, unless Torin would like to go ahead and take a stab at it,
Roll
I-
one,
it's all
two.
Get
green.
the whole party to roll. Why not?
These
I'll
folks
give it a
literally
shot.
Don't want anything. Oh,
So,
can I give
would it
him
be
a-
Arcana or Investigation?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation as you come up, look at these. What are you looking at? The books or the journals? Well,
I
gee.
would say, let's see. I'm gonna roll a D2. 1 is the books, 2 is the journal.
Okay.
All right, so there we go.
The books. You flip through this and instantly you get an idea of how this book is structured. You've seen arcane experimentations and journals before and how they're listed. You're able to go ahead and get to the important parts. What's important in the books is that there seems to be the primary thing of these books, or at least experimentation in the logs, to you indicates that somebody's been tracking whether they can detect this door being in the mortal realm or in another realm called what's that here? Where's that at? Here we go. A place called the Thin Places. It's pretty much this world's interpretation of the space between the realm of pure creation, mental creation, dreamland per se, and that of the Shadowlands, the negative, the absence of creation, entropy, the disintegration of order. That's what the Thin Places is. It's pretty much the astral plane, you get a sense. So you get a sense that these books are logging some type of indication of whether this door is attached to the astral or the mortal realm, the material plane.
Okay. I'm gonna take a note of that to tell the others later when I can hear, because a little difficult in my current situation to kind of understand how I'm portraying that. Also, it's a lot.
You do find the name of this person seems to be Cogsworth Coppertop.
Cogsworth Coppertop.
That name's in the book. Blame it on them.
I've already made my declaration about my naming sense. I don't think I get to blame anybody.
That's a no.
What I-
That's got to be a no.
That's a no for sure.
The script is all neat, very precise. But that's what you get from these books, is that it's a log, generally, of where this door they're able to detect is located at among the planes, that being the astral and the mortal realm.
Okay. Alrighty.
Hello, Kelly. Welcome to the stream.
Oh,
Hi.
Lena, what's up?
I'm late.
Let's go ahead and grab your token. And
Yeah, we need some of your lay on of hands for an NPC.
Oh, perfect.
So essentially, the party has found were able to hack their way into the battlements of College Gate. They fought additional bigger spiders, one of which has seemed to disappear without a trace and escape the party's wrath. The party has made their way up to the 3rd story of one of these battlements, where they have found what looks to be a freestanding door on some type of platform. And this door is flickering in and out of existence. And they're in this battlement area, pretty much looking through the webs draped over this place, trying to discover and figure out what's going on here. That's what's going on. No problem. Alice,
Yeah,
perception. I know I had you roll one, didn't I?
a 22.
22.
Yeah, because I think you know what I'm looking at.
Do I?
Huh? I don't know. 'Cause,
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So as you move more of this web, you reveal that there's old scorch marks that cover the floor, the walls, and the area around the platform of this door. And not too far away, as you cut through the web, you see that there's a perfect circle etched into the wooden floor. And in that groove, it looks like some metallic alloy has been dropped or put into inlay or fillet. It's now solid after many years, obviously. But this all looks to be part of some ritual experimentation. In the center of the circle, under a mound of webs, you see the skeletal corpse of some humanoid. Do you go over and look at it closer?
Yeah, Bati's watching, and she would get closer to it. I don't know if she would kind of like slowly, like, because she knows Bati can see through her eyes, she would kind of like do a clapping because she knows Bati would hear too, hoping that Bati's now watching, and she would like slowly be inching her foot towards the edge of the circle. But yeah, she would step closer to look at it, but it's obvious like she wants to mess with it, but it's also kind of creepy as shit, especially for somebody like Alice who has no idea how magic works.
Sure.
So she kind of wait to get some direction from
Against
Bati,
the
I guess?
against the backdrop of this flickering light, you're able to like focus in and like try to pay attention to what you can't see when the light is flickering on it. And it looks to be obviously a corpse that has some, looks to be tattered underclothes. Like whatever this person was wearing on top of them has been intentionally taken and missing. You just see underwear and t-shirt and socks. That's what you need initially see. But Kolobati, I would assume that I would say you're able to get in tune with this, and that's what you see also, including the circle on the engraved on the floor.
And when Body would see that, I guess you're like in the opposite direction here.
Yeah, stepping through the webs, you trip over a bit of like wiring that's under these layers of webs and other old. This equipment looks sophisticated even for its age. It's pretty apparent to you that this is stuff that only the Amethyst Academy probably would have an interest in having and doing stuff here in this area. But all of it looks non-functional as you move through the webs to the opposite side of this circle. You see what I've described unless you do something different when it comes to the circle of the body in the middle.
Okay, well, considering I see that and draped on the webs, I'm going to bring my poltergeist out again, and I'm going to use the little hand to see if I can move some of the webs out of the way and off the corpse, see if we get a little better look at it.
Sure. You peel back the remaining webs and you see what looks to be a 4'7" figure, protruding ears, button nose, definitely looks to be a gnome. But there's no clothes on him. The gnome has the remains of a gray beard, indicating that he was probably older. But roll me an insight or survival, your choice. Excuse me.
I think they're both the same, so.
Can I roll something too since I'm looking with Bati? Or
either one of you can roll. We'll take the highest. So we got an 18.
Bati rolled, so let's go. Do you want me to still roll?
Yeah.
Survival?
Let's see if you get higher.
Okay. We'll see. Nope.
To you, Buddy, it looks like somebody obviously looted this person's body. They've taken their clothes and whatever else that they had on them. It looks like it makes sense to you that nobody would be here just in their underwear.
Yeah. And I'll subtitle to Alice, someone robbed him before we could.
Damn it.
But it's under layers of web. So you get a sense that this looting occurred years ago. You know,
How
this is not
desiccated is the corpse?
It's skeletal. A bit of skin flesh, tatter remains of underwear, but it's pretty much a skeleton.
Okay.
With a survival, you can roll me a survival, and then maybe I'll give you a time frame. 15 is what I'm looking for. You're unable to tell how old it is, but old enough to be a skeleton.
Are we?
You know,
Have we found everything here? Should we keep moving?
I'll tell it back. Want to check one more thing? This must be elsewhere. And I'll look over at this.
Yeah,
Look over
probably in
this
the middle
table
floor.
here.
Sure. You take a look at this table, and inside of what looks to be a glass cover is a delirium crystal. It looks to be a shard.
Ooh.
Quite sizable. It looks to also be quite clear. Not as translucent as or opaque as some of the other crystals that you've seen.
It's still the same color though, right?
Yeah, like if somebody took a torch or light to it, it gives this octarine glow. It just looks a little bit more pure, like almost like the purity of like a diamond per se. You know, you find one in the rough, maybe it's a bit more foggy. This one looks to be quite clear.
So Loey will get a subtitle in front of his face. Found some money here.
Oh, what? And he just sets down the books and goes, finds call of me. It's like, I don't care anymore about those.
Got it. So Kalina, and then I'm gonna get to Tinu.
Yes.
Since you just arrived, what do you do considering what you know? They're in a battlement, 3rd story, the one that had the flickering light, if you remember from last time. They found a door, freestanding door, sitting on a platform that's blinking in and out of existence. Among all the web, there is a desk that's covered in webbing that they are looking through books and journals. There is a bunch of equipment on the ground. And then, of course, where Kaput is at, there's the door itself.
Yeah, I think I'd rather help investigate around the room, picking stuff up, checking through the journals. I want to stay as far away from the scary door as possible.
If you pick up the journal, roll me an investigation.
I'm probably not gonna help with that.
I don't know. Can't be any worse.
I mean, looks like there's 5 or 6 books here. It's a lot to take in at a glance. Once again, you guys get a sense that if you sit here and investigate a while, you may be able to find some more information. But at the desk, you find the books, and then there is the journals, and that's about it. Anything else you would like to do?
You said there was a bunch of equipment like laying around on the ground.
Yes.
Can I just walk
you can.
around and try to like pick some of it up and see if there's anything underneath, like hiding or hidden,
Interesting.
not hiding, hidden that we can't see?
Yes. Are you trained in Arcana at all?
Nope.
Fantastic. You see an obvious like metal box here. It looks to have arcane ruins and stuff on it. You pick it up. It has a static energy to it. Cords dangle from its bottom, goes through the webbing, and connects to the platform that Kaput is standing nearby. You look like you could detach some of the cords if you wanted to. But looking under it, there doesn't seem to be anything on the ground. Looking at the damaged old box itself, it's covered in scorch marks. There's arcane script across it. That's what you see?
I would then call my friends, be like, hey, there's magic stuff on here. I don't know what it says, but it might be helpful. The wires connect to the door.
Okay. Tinu, what are you doing? I'm getting to Kaput here.
I am proficient in Arcana, so I would go check out what my sister's doing because she called us.
Sure, you push through the webs draping this place. You see your sister's face flickering in this fluorescent blue light. And roll me an Arcana.
Okay. Can I do guidance on this or no?
Oh, yourself? Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Arcana. Oh my gosh. And then guidance. 12, 13.
Once again, I'm looking for 15. This is complex stuff. It looks like whoever built this thing, it probably could have been a team of Arcanists. It looks like some operation was going on here that was quite sophisticated. You're unable to parse with this roll.
That's it. I don't think is there anything else in the room that I can see?
Besides old equipment, you see Alice near this circle, looking at a body. There's the door itself that is flickering in and out of existence.
I don't want to touch it, but can I go look at it closer and see if
Sure.
I can see anything from it?
As you stand there looking at it, trying to, like, even though it's flickering, you're trying to look at it long enough to encapsulate everything you possibly can see without touching it, of course. You note as the door flickers in and out of existence, there seems to be a handle. Above the handle looks to be a keyhole, and above the keyhole looks to be a tumbler you can spin to set numbers.
Does it look like... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brent. Sorry.
The numbers set into the tumbler is 619.
19.
And it looks to be 4 slots. You know, it could be up for like 1,000. Yeah.
Does that number ring anything to me, like in history or like with
Oh my god.
Without a roll, you have no idea. It just...
Oh my god, though.
Can I roll for it or no? I have to wait.
Sure, you can roll me an insight.
Okay, I'm good at those. Come on, Tina, roll high for this. Oh yes, dirty 20.
It dawns on you. You remember River mentioning something about a missing key, a key labeled 619.
Oh my god, he already said the name, Koo.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm sorry, guys.
Oops.
I'm like my brain's not
Ooh.
working. But I will
okay.
message.
I'll give you a hint.
I message.
You gave him a friendship bracelet, and he was very sad. And we tried to help him.
He doesn't like Alice.
He doesn't like Alice. No.
The mage. I'm thinking about the mage guy with the golem.
Tinu's like, I've been giving out friendship bracelets left and right. Shit, like.
No, I have a list. Let me look. No, I actually been keeping track of
Okay,
who I
okay.
gave bracelets to. Here, let me look. Oh, he doesn't like Alice. Okay, so I'm thinking Lester's the guardian. Oswald?
Nope. That's the mage.
Nope.
Okay, so I see Kala, Alice, Captain Ansem, Old Zoya, Oswald, Kent, Lester, Bati, Louis, Torin, Ron, Dead Smelling Flute Man, Lord Commander, Torin, and Petra.
Did you not give him
okay.
a friendship bracelet?
I
You
don't
might
think
not
I
have
gave
given
him
him
a-
one.
Yeah.
I thought you did.
Ugh.
You-
Can I tell her, Brett? Oh my god.
Well, Tina would whisper.
Well, unless Tinu like communicates to you guys what she's thinking. No, you know.
Yeah, I
like-
would message.
And
Bati because I know she's doing the sign language because I messaged and I would whisper there's a weird number on here. I remember it, but I don't remember it. And she gives you the number. What was it again? Short-term memory 619.
Yes, you got it. Your short-term memory's still good.
Is that supposed? I think it's supposed to mean something important, but my brain's not working. She whispers to you. She uses message to Bati.
Okay, so I need to use the men's room. We got about 40 minutes or so left. You guys can discuss what you want to do. So at this point, you guys, everybody's investigated enough to where you get a sense that if you spend a long enough time here, an hour, you probably could find more information. But if you don't spend that time, then I need to know what else you guys are doing. But I'm gonna use the bathroom. You guys can discuss that and figure it out. So I'll be right back.
Guys, am I dumb?
No.
And
No.
when I come back,
No.
I'm gonna start with
I'm
Torin
laughing at the
because I haven't got
Okay.
to him yet. So, but all right. I'll be
I'm
right back.
laughing at the silliness of the situation that just unfolded in front of us.
Yeah.
It's fate. It's fate that's happening. It's
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
What do you
next time you guys
mean?
meet.
Who was it?
Oh man, Tino, you're gonna
Am I
kick
allowed
your.
to tell you?
You want?
I mean, I'm
Well,
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
go
hold on. Let's
scrounge
that's
the
not.
notes
We
after
can discuss
anyways.
later. We don't need to break it to anyone who's not paying attention. Hey, anyone who's not paying
I
attention.
am paying attention.
No, I'm not talking to you too. I'm talking to them. If you haven't paid attention, go back and watch the other episodes. Maybe you'll figure it out.
I'll give you another. I'll give you another hint. He was indeed a mage.
And he
And I'm gonna
doesn't
put
like
emphasis
Alice.
on was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Go find a
Okay,
name.
okay.
Go find a name.
Can't believe it. That
Wait,
That-
so what does that mean then? That person came from here?
that he was here.
Mm-hmm.
Wish Brent put us on the landing page so I could remember the name too. I know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
But there's no record of that person in the academy. Remember she said that?
Yeah,
Not
that's what she
quite.
said.
That's what she said. That doesn't necessarily say that's what the truth is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I also imagine if I asked her a number of people who clearly have ties to the academy, that the academy would have no record of them because they're malfeasant.
Oh, okay.
Do you need any stuff about what we did in here? Are you good? You have the general gist of things.
Me?
Yeah, because like you show the blade, so just off.
Yeah, I have a general idea. I am sad I missed the spider fight, but
Yeah, but we could definitely use your lay on of hands to remove poison from our halfling friend that's currently being
So yeah,
shoulder
that-
carried by our orc.
so that the big thing is
Yeah.
we found one of them, but we still haven't found the other ones. But he is currently wrapped up like a hobbit with Shelob and is just staring out into the
So-
nothing.
Right. He's poisoned and paralyzed, so we need to see maybe if we can remove the poison to see if that might help.
yeah, I would be more than happy to help with that.
All right, I'm back. So, we're back. We got a few minutes left here for our session. What do you guys want to do?
I would message everybody and tell them about said number on the door.
The minute it's said to Alice, anybody who, I mean, even over the like ringing in the air, you just hear her scream. Like a frustrated
Yeah.
scream.
Okay. Yeah. Look, I hate that.
Or my
Look. I'm a late '80s baby. I don't want to make fun of people who are disabled, but at the same time, it's
No,
Or-
if you've ever watched Mean Girls and the way Regina George screams when Katie, like, and she's in the room destroying it, like that kind of scream.
Yes. Okay. What are you guys doing? Let me know.
Well, I have been caught up on the fact that somebody was poisoned, so I would like to try and heal that.
Yeah, I will
Who
say
is
if we're
who?
gonna
Downstairs.
if we're gonna take this place for an hour, we should probably make sure that the the paralyzed companion is looked after, and two, they don't eat each other somehow.
All right.
Oh,
Who we're talking about here?
Well,
Oh,
Odo?
Yes.
Yeah, Odo and
Correct.
Boz, right?
Yeah.
Kalina, you go back downstairs to the bottom floor. I'm not gonna move your token, but you see Boz, the bugbear that was part of the headhunters, if you remember, on his shoulder, he has this halfling, Odo, that was part of the headhunters, and you see he's just standing there, looking around. No, actually, you see he holds Odo up like a toddler, like, by under his armpits. You see he's looking him up and down, and he's licking his jaws. You're like,
I knew it.
but you come down, and he looks at you.
Yep. Hi. I'm just gonna do some healing stuff.
Where's your
Friend.
food?
No, not food. Remember?
No, I said, where's your food?
Where? In one of our bags.
You see uninvited, he comes over to, he tries to get into your backpack.
I don't know if I have any food. I've probably got a couple rations. I give him a couple rations.
Alright, we'll mark that off.
I will mark it off.
He snatches them. You see, he just he drops Odo on the ground. He just collapses. He just begins eating it.
Okay, so might need other lay on hands now. I will at least use the 5 to purify poison.
Excellent. You see that he's breathing more easy. He's no longer poisoned, although he seems still paralyzed. You get a sense you could try it again. You have to do another 5 points of lay on hands.
My lay on hands doesn't say paralysis.
Oh, well.
Does
it's
it
not-
stay conditioned?
It only does poison.
Mine right
Okay.
now, it only says purify poison.
You
Yeah.
see that his skin, as you touch his chest, begins to get more life, more rosy color, and he seems to be breathing heavier, and he groans. But you can see in his eyes he's thankful.
Okay, so I still can't help him move, but that's better.
Roll me a medicine real quick. You do a side eye at Boz. You know he's under some type of effect, but you can't put a beat on exactly what it is. But his skin is also pasty. You can tell he has you can see his veins are black and necrotic. He looks to be definitely contaminated.
Do I have any idea if purify poison would help with that?
Probably not, but
Okay.
I will just give you this. You get a sense that maybe if his contamination is dealt with, he would be less inclined to just eat anything he sees. And talks
Okay.
about how nothing's real.
Okay. I cannot do that spell until we level up,
Ah!
but I will keep it in mind to tell the rest of the party.
You see, after he's done eating, he licks his fingers. Oh! He grows and he grabs Odo off the floor and he puts it back up over his shoulder.
Perfect. I'm just
Yes. Wait!
gonna... Yeah?
Where's the Lord of the Feast?
Somewhere we will help you find.
His eyes light up. After here, you will help me find the Lord of the Feast. And
I
your
will help
friends?
you. Yup.
You promise?
I promise we will get you out of here.
No! I know your trickery. None of this is real.
So then does it matter if I promise?
That's a good point.
If I'm not real?
You see he reaches out a finger towards your nose.
Is he just gonna boop me?
He boops your nose. You are real.
Okay.
You can tell inside it's like a discovery to him.
I'm gonna stay here with you until the others come back down.
No! You go to them and tell them you promised me you would find the Lord of the Feast.
They will be right down, I'm sure, and I will definitely tell them.
He narrows his eyes. You lied to me.
Hey guys! We're gonna take Baz to the Lord of the Feast after this!
That does not sound true. You go up there and command them.
Upstairs. Tentatively. And with the plan to come back downstairs very quickly.
He watches you like the whole way until you can't see him anymore as you go up the spiral steps back to the rest of the party.
It does make me a little worried leaving him alone.
Yeah, after a moment you see Khalid come back upstairs, yeah.
Odo looks
Job well
better. Baz doesn't. We gotta do something about that.
Meanwhile, Torin, what are you doing?
So I looked at the journal and put the books away.
Well, you looked at the books, not the journal.
Right, out the books, not the journal. And we have the scary door.
True.
Can I take a look at? Is this circle actually something, or?
Yes, you come over to it and see Alice is there, kneeled down looking at it. It looks to be someone intentionally created, probably magically rendered a perfect circle engraved in the wooden floors. And sitting inlaid in this groove is some type of metallic alloy. So it's like a metal alloy perfect circle ring, and in the middle of it, amongst the webs that's been pulled back, you see a gnome's body with a beard, nothing but skin and bone left, just on the floor.
I'm gonna. Everyone else is doing time. I'm gonna take the time to try to ritual cast detect magic to see what kind of, if this is magical, what kind of magic it would be.
Ah,
And then kind of,
okay.
so then I can use that to kind of determine what this purpose of this might have been.
All right, smart. Alice, while he's doing that, roll me a survival. Then I'm gonna hop over to Kaput here.
Okay. Goodness, Alice. 12.
All you get is a sense is like some situation happened here when this dead gnome was alive, but it's hard to piece together. Kaput, what are you doing as you see Tinu's staring at this door and then I talks to you guys about the numbers on this tumbler and the lock? What are you doing?
Well, probably having no real knowledge of 619. Instead, he's going to go to where Kalina was and look at whatever control box she was holding that connected to the door.
Got it.
And I'll see if I can glean anything else from that.
Understood. Roll me an Arcana.
Let's say dice don't fail me now, but I jinxed it anyway.
Once again, oddly enough, the complexity of these arcane equations is reminiscent of the schematics that you remember from your current situation, we'll say.
So can I piece anything?
All
I
you
piece anything
get
together
is
with that?
that very powerful arcanist must have been operating here, considering what you're wearing, your situation, and the schematics you remember using to create, your thing. I don't want to reveal too much,
Yeah, no,
but
I'm with you.
yeah.
And then, guess while they're
Okay.
doing that, I'll just keep looking around, see if there's anything of use,
Okay.
value,
So
etc.
at this point, you guys need to give me a decision. You, at a glance, trying to glean as much information as you could with unfortunate low skill rolls. You guys can spend an hour here, like really thoroughly investigating the area, or you can move on. But if you're going to move on, they need to know what you guys are doing. So, what does the party want to do?
So, what time of day is it right now, Brent? By the way.
You look at the arrow slit. It looks to be about a little afternoon. The skies are clear besides haze in the air.
Okay. So if we give up an hour, it's not like we couldn't leave the city before dark. That's good.
Oh,
Yeah, we want to check the nest underneath, right?
yeah, we need to
other-
find the rest of the headhunters before they get eaten. And before Baz eats Odo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And good and worst comes to worst, we're close enough. We're still close and somewhat close enough to Eckerman Mill that we can double back there and try to rest up a bit.
If we absolutely have to, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's not like we don't have
We-
options. We can
we can
stay.
take the books with us too.
Well, I was going to take the books with us anyway. So
Yeah.
And oh, can we add the delirium as treasure, Brent?
yep, add it to our box.
Yes, you take out your mining kit and you handle it carefully. You put it in a bag of holding, I'm assuming.
And the chest and the bag of holding.
Got it.
Are we being quiet?
You yeah, Tino. If you look out the windows, look around, you don't see. I mean, it's pretty quiet now around this area. You don't see anybody approaching or anything like that.
She'll ask, should we take out Venus?
Oh, that's be a good for her to spend the hour.
If we're gonna sit here for an hour, but are we gonna go? Are we trying to? What are we?
I think we
trying
need to find the
do?
headhunters as soon as possible.
That's the whole reason we came here. Yeah.
Is there any reason why we can't take the books? And is there anything in this room we need to look at in order to figure shit out about what's here?
Like I said, grab all the books, grab all the journals, put those in the bag of holding. We can research it. We can research that information, and if necessary, we can do it here. But right now, just whatever's not nailed down, put in the bag.
Should we unplug the machine?
No. We don't know how it works. We don't know if we can plug it back in. Considering everything else that's in here, it's been running for at least probably for 10 to 15 years.
Okay.
All right. So I guess then grab what we can and search the rest of the wall or the gatehouse for what remains of the headhunters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we still need to find the nest. Apparently, there's based on when Alice tried to open that door, there's another one of those portal webs on the battlement.
Yeah, we have the second floor that had a bunch of webbing at the door. We haven't checked.
Yeah.
Start there.
All right. So it sounds like you
check the
guys
second
are
floor.
going to just bag as much as you can from what you found and move on. You guys are not spending time anymore to investigate this area. You guys are able to grab the journals, the books. Those seem to be the most worthy items here. The equipment per se that's sitting around is all ruined. You get a sense that you're probably not going to glean much from there unless you do some heavy research. So if you want to take some of the equipment, let me know. We can go ahead and note that. But I'm assuming you guys are just taking the notes, the books, and moving on. After you grab all the stuff off of the stationery, the table and stuff, where do you guys go next then?
Real quick, because I've been ritual casting detect magic. Does
True.
that go
Thank
off?
you. Yes. After you get done ritual casting detect magic, you detect a powerful source of abjuration magic emanating from the circle here.
Okay.
And 1 second. Just
The,
double check something.
it's 30 feet of detection, I believe.
And let's see. And another even more powerful aura of conjuration magic coming from the platform and the door.
Okay.
Abjuration from the circle. Conjuration from this door.
With that knowledge, could I roll Arcana to see if I can get any kind of deeper insight to this?
I would say without spending time to investigate the journals more in the book, you probably can't glean much else.
Okay. So just making sure the gate is conjuration.
And the circle on the ground is abjuration.
Okay.
All right, where do you guys go next?
I guess the floor downstairs to see if we missed anything there.
Yep.
Assume so.
Second
Alright.
floor.
You guys head back down. Ooh, excuse me. To the winch level, as they call it. And I'm going to go ahead and move everybody here. Then I'll ping everyone. Okay. You guys come back down to the second level, which you guys skipped. And cobwebs are around the doorway. Although there's no glowing aura or darkness.
Yeah. I also kind of look back and make sure everyone's ready. And she'll, again, try to, with a steady, slow push to get the door open.
Alright, we'll go ahead and roll me a stealth.
Okay. Yep. 30?
Yeah, it's smooth. You open this door. And you reveal what looks to be another web-infested area with a dilapidated fireplace, old crate, and everything else seems to be covered in webs just looking out the door.
Alright, she'll kind of slowly head in to see if there's anything a note here.
You step out. You can move yourself.
Yeah. Should kind of step in this one just to see. Oh, yep, there it is.
You see a bundle of webs immediately to the west of you.
Yeah. And she'll look back and sign to Loey that she sees another pod. And she's going to try to open it, so something's probably going to come jumping out at us.
Alright. Will not even quietly follow behind Alice.
You step out into the web-infested area as Alice moves over. The rest of you can go ahead and move yourselves where you want to be.
Perfect.
Hey Brent, I am stuck in a wall.
Okay, gotcha. I'll move you right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's move over to let people have room.
Yeah, which side is the... Oh, it's over here. I see it.
Yes. You come up to the webs and you cut through it, Alice. As it puffs open, you see the face of a tattooed dwarf, unconscious, pasty.
Unconscious.
Yeah,
Pretty much looks just like when I got Odo out.
correct.
I'll finish cutting her out.
Yep, all of you witness this as she kind of like, carefully put her onto the ground.
Does it look like poison? Because I can help with that.
It looks like the same kind of illness or effect, yes.
Does your lay on hands heal and do poison, or is it one or the other?
No, I can do 5 for poison, and then I can also do more for healing.
Okay, I will heal them, and then you can do the poison. That way you can save some for you later.
Okay.
Okay, so Tini will use.
I'll do another 5 for poison.
Understood. And same thing, Tino, you come over. Both of you put your hands on this dwarf lady's body. And she breathes in with vitality, we'll say. Her eyes flutter open. And you see that she looks at you with recognition, but her body doesn't move. You could tell that she seems to be paralyzed.
Yeah, Alice will in Dwarven softly kind of give like a rundown about Baz, Odo, where they're at, where we're at, what we're doing.
You get the sense she can hear you and is comprehending what you're saying, but she looks obviously still affected by whatever these spiders have done to her.
We get Baz to hold her too?
I mean, do you call him up here?
Alice wouldn't, but she's seeing if anybody else
Bati
would.
will go down the stairs and gesture for Boz to join them.
He looks at you, and he quickly goes up the steps with Odo over his shoulder. When he sees the situation, he goes, I told them to stick close to me. They didn't listen. He shakes his head in frustration. You see he comes over, picks up the body of this dwarf, tosses her over his shoulder. Excuse me, over his shoulder. And then, of course, he still has Odo. And at this point, it looks like he's pretty encumbered. He looks at you both. Luckily, all of you. He goes, luckily, none of this is real. He nods.
Okay. Alice would want to check out
Wait a
the
minute.
rest of the...
He takes the bodies and he drops them on the floor. He marches over to you, Kolabadi. Food.
I'm still stuck. I'm stuck in a wall.
I'll move you out. Well, there you go. He goes, food.
Toss him a biscuit.
He takes another, mark it off. He takes another ration. Usually he
Yeah,
devours it.
Yeah, and I'll subtitle to them. It's like, this is getting expensive.
When he's done, he's like on the ground on his knees and his palms, breathing heavy.
So subtitle again, how long till he gets meat sweats?
He's sweating already. He stands up. He goes back and picks up his compatriots and slings them both roughly over his shoulder. Baz carries the weight, the headhunters, until we find the Lord of the Feast. You see, he snaps his head and looks at you, Kalina. You told them
Yes, that we will be helping you find the Lord of the Feast after we all get out safely.
Yes. We
You
need
see
to find the rest of your You need to find the rest of the headhunters.
His bloodshot eyes looks at all of you. That's right. No rest until we find the Lord of the Feast. Takra. You see, he
Well,
looks
who's
around.
left?
Takra. The orc. Armor. Bald head.
Is she the last one?
See, nods.
Yeah, she is the last. She is the last one.
Well, which way did she go, boss?
Like I said, I told them to follow me, and they ran ahead. They
Is
got
Thurlin
lost. What?
Is Thurlin awake?
Oh yeah, you see, her eyes is open as she's like just hanging off of his shoulders. But you get the sense that she's not able to really communicate, at least verbally.
Kaput, do your thing with your thoughts to maybe she knows. And he points at Thurlin.
What do you want me to tell her?
Ask her where what Akron is.
Well, she can't speak back. That does us no good.
But you can think. Can't you read thoughts? I thought you could do that.
No, it's a one-way avenue, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, I can tell you things. I can't hear what y'all say.
Is Patty doing the subtitles?
Yeah, until you guys get your hearing back, she's subtitling when she needs to.
Okay then.
I'm assuming so. If not, then I'm gonna shut up because that conversation didn't happen then. Well, he would just be gesturing and pointing towards Thurlin to Kaput.
Okay. Where are you guys going? I see Alice towards the east here at a door.
Yeah, she'd
So-
be checking.
Can Tino ask her? Well, I can't speak Dwarven though. Well, I guess you guys would all know that Tino has message. Can she respond to message? Because she can respond if I message her. But I don't know because it has a verbal and semantic component. But it says they can respond.
It says in a whisper that you can only hear. I mean, you could try it.
Then, Brett, I have a question when she's
I
done.
mean, if you the way yeah, give it a shot.
I could, okay, so I would tell Bati. Oh, but I can't hear, so I can't even pronounce it. Okay, so I'm gonna try anyways. Tina will message her and she'll whisper, "Where, headhunter?" And she kind of does like her hands out like "where," but she does it in common to the Thurlin. Is that how you say it?
All you get back is a groan, unfortunately.
Okay.
Brett.
Yes.
So, being an artificer, and I have brewer supplies, do I know how to make an anti-paralytic with the brewer supplies?
Anti-paralytic, unless that's something in the book or one books you can make. I'm gonna defer to no.
Okay.
Like a lesser restoration, if you can make something like that, let me know.
But I'm assuming that's going to take a significant amount of time just based off
Probably.
the spell level. So yeah, I wouldn't go that far. It was just more of I'm still getting used to what I can actually do. Alchemist supplies and brewer supplies. So I guess I need to research what I can do with those.
It is a good
Understood.
thought. Just
Yeah. It's worth a shot. You never know.
absolutely, yeah.
All right, well, you guys, Boss stands there strong with his party members over his shoulder, looking around confidently that all of you are illusions. And Alice is standing near this door to the west. I'm sorry, the east, excuse me. And if nobody's doing anything, we'll get to that.
Orin will back Alice up, but outside, and maybe prepare to fight something if it needs to. But outside of that, just waiting to see what she does.
Alice, so you open the door.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. Well, I'm gonna listen to it.
Roll me
I'm
perception.
trying to see. Yeah, because I'm trying to see if it's got the creepy shit on the other side of it too. You know.
Understood.
Yeah. Yeah. 25.
You don't hear that high-pitched noise or anything else beyond this door.
All right, she'll open it slowly, like she has been.
You creak the door open and you look inside and see a room area that seems to have a winch or mechanisms to open the gate below that are obviously broke. Everything's rusted over, rotten and old here. Of course, covered in web. Then directly across, you see another shut door.
Yeah, she'll kind of motion for Torin to follow her and help her cut a path through. She'll try to get to the other door to listen to it.
Absolutely.
Got it.
And he will absolutely help out. Yeah.
Yeah, you can move yourselves up to the door, wherever you want to be.
And she'll listen at this one too.
Roll me a perception.
Yeah. I love dungeon crawling. 18.
You don't hear anything.
Again, slowly, cautiously open the door.
Go for it. Another 20-foot high battlement area with a formidable large circular pillar in the center of this room. There is debris covered in webs everywhere. To the south, though, you see nestled in a funnel web a large bundle.
About Torin sized?
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll point it out to Torin and hope he'll help her carve her way there as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, seeing that she does, like, he's already heading towards that direction.
Yeah.
Got it. Torin, you and Alice, both of you. You can move. The rest of you guys can move yourselves where you want to be. Let you guys do that.
And she'll make sure Torin's watching her back. And she'll be careful in cutting it open as well.
All right. Is that where everybody wants to be? All right.
It's still difficult terrain.
No, you guys can just move yourselves in this environment wherever you want to be. You're not in combat or anything. You guys are pushing through the webs, cutting through it as necessary, and yeah, you guys all come into...
Is this a hole to the lower floor?
So, what you see over there, Kolobati, but I'm going to say you have to move at least here to be able to see
I'm
it.
looking through Alice's eyes.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
We have that. And it looks to be a hole that goes up through the ceiling into a third story of this eastern battlement. Webs draped from the edges. All right. Well, that's what you see. Torin, you're the one cutting open this bundle here in the webs.
Imagine so, yeah.
You cut through it, and as you do, you see the face of Takra. His eyes are open, or kind of open, but rolled up in the back of his head, and once again, same thing. He looks to be unconscious per se. But You already know.
There you are. You son of a bitch.
Yes. As you cut open the webs and see Takra, what emerges directly in front of you, just from etherealness, nowhere, the spider. And with that, we are going to go ahead and stop right here.
Yep.
Guys,
I would
Next
like to
time,
note that Alice was
I think
ready to shank if
perfect.
she needed to.
well, this guy's going to get a
You already
surprise
know it.
round. He's going to go. He's coming out of nowhere. No sounds, nothing. He just appears, literally, and attacks. All right. With that, we end our session. We'll see how you guys save Takra in this last bit here of College Gate. See what you guys do afterwards. With the information you were able to collect thus far, man, you guys' skill checks were low.
Yep.
Well, they were high, then they were low. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Mine
Yeah,
were
we were
fine.
pretty good in the fight, I thought.
Oh, what was that?
We did pretty good at the fight, but the,
Yeah. But when it came to like reading books, you guys were like,
Yeah,
I have no
the
idea.
perception checks and all that on the way up to the room were good. Once we got in that room, they were shit.
Yeah.
Yes. All
I don't know
right.
what you're talking about.
So we're
I
done
got
with
funny.
that. We'll see you next time stream. See what happens.
Till next time.
Till
See you
next
next
time.
time.
Goodbye.